Good morning, pop culture. We are live. It is Thursday, September the 6th, 2018. It's 7:44 in the morning, and it's time to rock with Good Morning Pop Culture. So this has been a good week for world-class bullshitters. Stealing Solo's goal. We've talked about the self-destruction of Rian Johnson, and now we're going to have to change our tune because it's official. Kathleen Kennedy is winning an award from the Motion Picture of Arts and Sciences Academy. So I guess she's the greatest of all time, guys. It's time to pack it up and go home and throw in the towel and say, fuck it. I quit, man. Game over, man. Game over. No, that's not going to happen. We got some shit to talk about this morning. So let's see where we are. Wow, we're already at 118 viewers. So as soon as we hit that magical number of 200, we will start the show. So, let's see. Infinite Wonder, you make a really good point. We'll bring that up as soon as we start. But good morning to everyone that's here. Welcome in Brian. Welcome in S. Gamble. Hello to Tippy Tail McKitty. Thank you very much. Tap and Dies here, finally. Hello, Christian. Hello, let's see, Andre. All kinds of people. And they just keep giving out ammunition, Paul. You are right, sir. You are right. So is everyone on their way to work, or are we already working and lurking? I mean, 7:45 is pretty early for work, but I know quite a few people that work 6 to 2 or 7 to 3, so that seems to be the norm. The traditional 9 to 5 just doesn't seem like it. I mean, Dion's been at work for almost 2 hours now, so he's an early worker. Thank you, Scar. Yes, we've reached 108% of the goal. And now, tonight on World Class Bullshitters, when there's a big audience, I'm going to announce the stretch goals, and that's going to be a lot of fun. The Bullshitters and I were talking about the comic last night. I've been working on the comic. This new, I don't know if I want to call it alternate cover, new cover, whatever the cover is, this new piece of promotional art that will be featured in the book. I'm so excited about it. Now, like I said, one of the listeners told me a concept idea at Horror Hound. I said, man, that's great. I wish I could use it. So they gave me the go-ahead, and I've been working on it. And it is really, in my opinion, like, I'm pretty critical of my own stuff. I really like how it's coming together. And I know all of you are going to love it and laugh. The whole thing is, this is a parody. Parodies are meant to be funny and be extreme. And this story is extreme to the max. So real quick, let's see where Stealing Solo is at, just because you brought it up. Or did I have the tab pulled up? We'll look at it in a little bit. We're already at our magical number of 200. So Stealing Solo is a success. It will be even bigger. It's going to blow the doors off of everything, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. But let's start talking about Kathleen Kennedy. Oh, God. Here we go. So I apologize in advance. If you're eating, if you're holding a small child, put the food down, put the baby down. This is not a good time for anybody. So, I have a question for you. Do honorary awards mean dick? I mean, does an award mean something if you don't earn it? Well, in the case of Kathleen Kennedy and her silly husband, Frank Marshall, I kind of want to say no. Now, this comes from Variety. Kathleen Kennedy, Frank Marshall, Cicely Tyson, Marvin Levy, Lalo Schifrin tapped for Governor's Awards. Okay, so the Governor's Awards come from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, the same people who give out the Oscars. And they've tapped these people for honorary awards. Now, we're not going to talk about all these people. We're going to talk about two. First off, Lalo Schifrin. So Lalo Schifrin, you probably know who he is. He did the theme to Mission Impossible as well as a bunch of movies. So, Dirty Harry, Enter the Dragon, Rush Hour, definitely deserves an award. If he hasn't won the Lifetime Achievement Award for, if he hasn't won the award like Ennio Morricone has, like he won his for The Hateful Eight. But this dude deserves an award, a big one. I mean, come on, everybody in here right now can hum the Mission Impossible theme. It's really easy. Just close your eyes and imagine it. But here's what I wanted to talk about. Kathleen Kennedy. Now, here's where all the fun media hype and spin comes from. Kennedy is the first woman to receive a Thalberg Award. The Kennedy-Marshall Producing Partnership, formed in 1991, has generated Best Picture nominations for The Sixth Sense, Seabiscuit, Munich, and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Kennedy/Marshall Company productions also include Congo, all 5 Bourne films, and The Diving Bell and Butterfly. Prior to forming Kennedy-Marshall, the duo founded Amblin Productions with Steven Spielberg, sharing a Best Picture nomination for The Color Purple. Additionally, Marshall received Best Picture nominations for Raiders of the Lost Ark, while Kennedy was nominated for the same category at E.T., The Extraterrestrial, War Horse, and Lincoln. Kennedy and Marshall are the first recipients of the Thalberg Award since presented to Francis Ford Coppola in 2010. So, Kathleen Kennedy, I've always said, was good with money. The producer stuff that she's been involved with is fine. She's involved with some of the biggest movies ever. But damn it, can that woman not run Star Wars? We always talk about being unqualified. So she's okay at one thing, but she's complete and utter trash at the other. Does that just make you okay at your jobs in general? No. To me, it weighs down her achievements. Like I've said before, we've watched Back to the Future here on the channel, and when her name pops up, or in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, my heart sinks a little. It sinks a lot, let's be honest. She has ruined Star Wars, and her legacy is Star Wars. Not this stuff. She can win her honorary award, she can do this, she can do that, but at the end of the day, the biggest thing she's associated with is the president of Lucasfilm at a time when Star Wars is the most embarrassing it's ever been. So, the Shadow Loaf knows. Thank you very much for a very generous super chat this morning. Whenever someone uses the phrase, welcome to hell, I always think of that song, Welcome to Hell by Venom, and instantly feel better. Sorry that was random. Carry on. No, the Shadow Loaf knows. It's appreciated. Whenever I hear Welcome to Hell, I think of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. When the Dennis System episode, where he's trying to, destroy, whatever. When he's messing with the girl, he's like, welcome to hell. And she starts crying, and he goes over and takes care of her. But a lot of people are calling this award a participation award. Here's your participation award if you failed and lost us $500+ million plus untold billions of potential profit, not even counting the cost of buying the franchise. But we don't want to hurt your fees. It's so important. So, yeah, in 2018, awards don't mean anything. People don't watch the Oscars. People don't give a shit about any of this stuff. Even the people at the top get participation awards. It's not like it's just your kid's baseball team. Let's be honest. I could understand, like, the Terryville Tigers. They came in 4th, but they get, like, a win place or show, or like a certificate or something. Like, hey, guys, you came in 4th place. Good job. You still get the pizza party. But, like, Kathleen Kennedy, the producer on some of the biggest films ever, who got her job through the most bullshit ways. Participation award at, what is she, 62? Whatever. How do I like The Color Purple? I've never seen the film, but the color itself is all right. It was my local high school color. Reed Palancia, thank you very much. Great to catch up with your live chat again. Some months ago, the Academy more than doubled the number of people that choose the awards. The reason was for greater diversity. Odd? Worrisome? Look it. True diversity comes from many things. Hollywood diversity is bullshit. I don't have a problem with people from different walks of life having a voice. That's, that's fair. That's interesting. That's how it should be. But when it comes from Hollywood, it seems half-hearted, half-baked, and it just doesn't work. They go in half-cocked. There we go. That's to finish the triplicate out. It is worrisome because Alicia Malone from Screen Junkies, or not from Screen Junkies, but she was on Screen Junkies Movie Fights. She always used the Academy Awards as the barometer for what a truly great film is. She goes, it won an Academy Award. It won an Academy Award. Well, Alicia, I guess in your argument's sake, for your argument's sake, you're discussing the Academy Awards at a time where they actually meant something, where there was a lot of merit behind it. This participation bullshit that we live in right now, this era, is stupid because, well, it won an Academy Award in 2018. And now they're so desperate for views and relevancy that they're actually going out of their way to make that popular film category. It comes out in 2020, and you know they were praying that they could get this shit out for Black Panther so that could win its award and be the first of its kind. No, they couldn't get Black Panther, so they got to wait till 2020. The Academy is just useless at this point. Oscar baity movies come out, late November through January-ish, and they win their awards, blah, blah, blah. But people don't really go see those movies. They're not well received. They're not I don't get it. They're not well received. They're not watched by a lot of people, and then they're given fake awards. It's like they don't need to exist. Is it just are these movies made to build up the ego, blow smoke up someone's ass, make them feel good about themselves? That's what I kind of get from the Oscar power structure right now. It's just not relevant. By the way, happy birthday to Sarah Hood. It's her birthday, so everyone in the chat, please wish Sarah a happy birthday. Press 1, type in happy birthday. This is a community here on World Class Bullshitter, so let's make Sarah feel welcomed this morning. So thank you, Sarah. Happy birthday from me and all the guys here on the channel. Happy birthday to the guys from the High Council. Happy birthday to everybody, or from everybody, excuse me. And also, superfan Adam Shawhan's having a big surgery this morning, so let's press F for him too. But happy birthday as well, Sarah. Thank you so much. Any award show is bullshit. I never got why people watch them. Well, I don't really watch award shows either. I think the last time I watched an award show was Academy Awards 2011 with Dion and Hillary, because Hillary's like, let's have an Oscar party. So we hung out and we drank, and we got bored midway through. So I started reading My Immortal, that terrible fan fiction, and it didn't go well. All Hollywood does is pat itself on the back. Yeah, that's true. Well, if I make myself feel good, that's what matters. Guys, merit is very important. Sometimes when you take the high road and you've achieved highly or achieved well, that's the sign of a good achievement. That's the dumbest sentence I've said all morning. It's been a rough morning. Okay, forgive me. I should get a participation award for just showing up, right, guys? Right? Yeah, but in all seriousness, award shows aren't really relevant anymore. I mean, the MTV Movie Awards were funny because they used to do the parodies. Like, I'll never forget the 2002 MTV Movie Awards with Jack Black and Sarah Michelle Gellar, where Jack Black was Spider-Man and he was fat, and Sarah Michelle Gellar was Mary Jane, and they did the kiss. And then the year where they did the Batman parody with Napoleon Dynamite, I think. That shit was funny. And then the awards are just kind of useless. It's one big advertisement. That's what the Oscars are as well. It's a bunch of rich people getting together. Now they spout off too many politics. Look, I don't have to have the same politics as Robert De Niro or Meryl Streep or anybody, any side of the spectrum. I don't have to have that. But if I'm going to tune into the Oscars, I'm just watching out of curiosity to see what movies are considered great. Maybe a musical performance. I believe Adele performed Skyfall at the Oscars one year. I like that song. That's the reason I may watch it. But I don't need to hear the political rhetoric, especially nowadays. It's just too much. Hollywood's basically going to cut themselves off from the people that make them rich. And maybe they deserve that. You know what? They do deserve that, folks. You got to hit them where it hurts, in the wallet. Just avoid these people like the plague. There's a reason why independent creators like us and Geeks and Gamers and Ethan are able to, find an audience, because we're giving the people what they want, topics they want, but we're being honest with our takes on it. We're not giving you bullshit. We're not promoting an agenda or anything stupid like that. So lots of love for Sarah's birthday and superfan Adam Shawhan. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. Now, let's see. We're caught up on all the chat stuff. Terrible fan fiction and Oscars. Talk about self-torture. Well, the terrible fan fiction was still better than the Oscars somehow. At least I learned about My Immortal. I laughed so hard that I had a headache. And you guys can go back and listen to those episodes here on the channel. We had a couple people request that we do live readings for people. So we can make that happen. I'll get the other bullshitters on and we'll do My Immortal. We'll each take part. Ooh, we'll do a radio drama. That will be awesome. The Razzies would be relevant if Last Jedi won Worst Movie, Worst Script, and Worst Director. They missed their chance to be relevant. Yeah, Sketch Therapy, they really did. Ryan Johnson, you know what? Ryan Johnson deserved so much more out of the Golden Raspberries. But they Johnsoned it. They Johnsoned it. Yeah, this just takes to me, this just seems like well, somebody earlier said, you know, maybe this is Kathleen Kennedy on her way out. This is what she gets. I don't think so. I wouldn't say that. What I would say is this is her winning some award for they want to look good, like, hey, a woman won this award, and it's the first duo since Francis Ford Coppola, you know, director of The Godfather and other stuff, American Zoetrope films. So they want to put Kathleen Kennedy in that category. So maybe eventually when she's gone, hopefully at the end of the month, maybe January after the restructuring, but hopefully she gets the boot. Let's just be honest. Read me a story, Uncle Jeff. Fine. I'll do the My Immortal. We'll get Cecil involved too. We'll get everybody. Oh, you're calling off work for Spider-Man. You are going to have a good time. So hopefully, Heath, you listen to World Class Bullshitters tomorrow, and we'll do, you can listen to us while you play Spider-Man. I'm thinking about doing some Spider-Man related content for tomorrow. I mean, we need a live stream. Maybe we do a Spider-Man live stream. Would you guys be down for that? Would you guys all show up? I mean, there's a huge number of people here really early this morning. Would you guys come back tomorrow night for Spider-Man? We'll do it later like we did Spaceballs, but we'll have some fun. Can the Razzies now be called the Johnsons? Yeah, sure. They phallic-shaped trophy, and then it's, you know, the circle is now complete. I'm down for all of that. Yes, Jeff, do some future Spider-Man content. Turbo Donk, because you asked, I will. I gladly will. Waiting for the fault line at San Andreas to be destroyed. Well, The Rock kind of survived that, so thankfully he's okay. But I don't particularly worry about the rest of the state of California. It's not much of a concern to me. I listen to you while I do school. Oh, okay, cool. Put us on for your class. Maybe your teacher will realize the quality of world-class bullshitters. They'll start teaching a course. We'll become professors. We'll make our college movie. It'll be way different than we thought, but it will be damn good. Escape from LA can't come soon enough. We're on our way there, guys. We're on our way for so many of these movies to come true. There's already a comic of My Immortal, folks. It's a piece of shit. Somebody beat me to the punch. The artwork is better than the story itself, but that's not saying too much. I have not had a chance to watch the new Halloween trailer. Yesterday, Dan, the guy who used to be on the podcast, calls me. He's like, hey, you want to get lunch? And that was after the show. So I was like, okay, I don't really hang out with Dan too much. And we ended up taking too long, so I had to drop him off, then run up to the gym. And then we had a bad storm. The reason why you guys never got your digital posters or the live stream about Captain Marvel was because my power went out for hours on end. It was pretty rough, too, because it's hot as shit here, and the power went out, no air conditioning. So I had to sit in a hot house with my mom. We ate cold pizza and stared at the wall. Actually, we watched Netflix on my phone, but still, we were bored as hell. And then by the time the power came back on, we recorded the Patreon stuff. By the way, folks, if you're a patron, we recorded a completely new episode for you guys, like a long-form podcast, over 90 minutes long. So if you're a fan of the channel and you want a lot of content, this week you're going to get it on Patreon, as well as World Class Bullshitters After Hours. We're going to put the extra podcast on this weekend, so after you listen to World Class Bullshitters and After Hours, you have a trilogy. This is the trilogy weekend. Grand Inquisitor, thank you very much for your super chat. New Oscar categories: Most Woke Actor, Most Woke Supporting Actor, Most Virtue Signaling Picture, Most SJW Director. I love the Most Virtue Signaling Picture the best. What what are some virtue signaling films? I mean, from this year, what have you seen? Star Wars hasn't come out this year. I wouldn't call Solo too woke. I'd call it too stupid to be woke. But there's some, there's a lot of merit to your comment. Most woke actor would have to go to, like, I don't know, John Boyega or somebody. Because he just seems so angry towards the fans. Well, you don't like diversity? No, we didn't say that, John. You hate black people? No, we didn't say that, John. Well, you don't like women? No, John, we don't like the new Star Wars movie, bro. Just chill the fuck out. Well, clearly you're racist. John, shut up. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. No, but Grand Inquisitor, folks, give me some of your nominations for the Grand Inquisitors category. So, most woke actor, supporting actor, most virtue signaling picture, and most SJW director. Make me laugh, folks. But yeah, back to You JTs Were Born. I will watch that Halloween trailer. I had a really weird dream about Halloween last night. I don't usually talk about dreams, but I got basically Michael Myers was actually a woman in the suit, and not just like some old lady was trying to murder you. Like it was too weird to talk about. I'll talk about it on After Hours when I don't have to keep the show rolling. There's Kendo. What's up? Nike is woke. I don't really buy Nike shoes because they're not comfortable. They're too narrow for my feet. I have a pair for the gym, and that's about it. All Out of Bubblegum, thank you very much for your super chat, my friend. Not to change the subject, but the fact that there's going to be an overpowered female character of Captain Marvel because woman. Well, All Out of Bubblegum, you don't have to apologize for changing the subject because that was actually going to be the next segment. We're going to get ready to talk about Captain Marvel in just a moment. So, no, don't apologize. We'll talk about Captain Marvel. I saw the futurist female bullshit from Entertainment Weekly, and I thought to myself, do they want to lose money? Because this is how you lose money. Wonder Woman didn't pull this shit, and it was a success, and people have good feelings towards that film. Fucking Captain Marvel, though, they're trying to push the envelope and be as adversarial as possible. Didn't these people learn anything from Star Wars? This shit doesn't work. You got to stop poking the bear, the fans, because we'll just not show up to the fucking movie. And all the participation in the awards in the world don't make up for a failure at the box office. Well, Solo had a pansexual character and a strong female action lead and a black woman and a gay alien and all this other shit. You know what? No one gave a fuck. The movie was dumb. People didn't show up. I don't care if you have the most well-rounded, diverse cast in history. If the movie sucks, it sucks. Sorry. Captain Marvel doesn't get a pass just because there's a female lead. Captain Marvel can be whatever it wants to be. But Brie Larson will never be Scarlett Johansson in terms of popularity, looks, acting ability. Even if you don't like Scarlett Johansson, she fits well in her role in the MCU because she can be serious when she needs to be, and she can be pretty funny when she needs to be. She fits in with the team. There are times where she is, doing her own thing and at the forefront, like in the first Avengers when she's flying around New York, when she's got the Chitauri and those things are into his back, or her line, I fail to see how this is a party. But Captain Marvel seems to be like, I'm new, I'm in charge, blah, blah, blah. And it just, I don't know. I can't handle it. Yes, Cesar Japan, that makes sense too. They didn't learn from Ghostbusters or Ocean's 8. Well, I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention to Ocean's 8. I think like Ocean's 8 was like, we're going to do this all-female revival. And then they got cold feet. And they're like, well, shit, we better shut up because we kind of like money. And so they did. They went away. But let's talk about this Captain Marvel thing because there's not a trailer yet, right? There's just some Entertainment Weekly stuff. I wanted to go live yesterday afternoon with this, but my power was out. It was weird too. I was at the gym. It was like somebody was spraying a hose at the window. I've never seen rain like that before. So see 10 exclusive images from Captain Marvel, and this comes from Entertainment Weekly. Woo! I don't know how they're still relevant, but hey. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. So quick shout out to everyone who's here. 521 viewers this morning. Good morning, pop culture. We are the world-class bullshitters of the morning show, the epitome of pop culture. She's going to scream at a guy, don't touch me, please. Oh, God. I'm dreading this. This is like Rey, the blonde version of Rey from The Force Awakens. So, Mr. J90, thank you very much for a very generous super chat. Black Panther is my nomination for the most woke picture. It pandered so hard to its black audience, it irritated me, and I'm black. The shot at slavery at the end came from left field. I ranted all night. Mr. J, I'm not white. Dion's black. We definitely saw the heavy-handedness with Black Panther. This whole colonist shit that would people would use on the internet. I'll never forget. I was in some Facebook group and somebody had like a valid criticism about Black Panther. Like, oh, the effects in Singapore, whatever Asian country he was in when he jumped on the car, didn't really look that much better from the trailer. Blah blah blah. Just a technical criticism, which is completely valid. And then somebody's like, well, listen to this colonizer, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, just say white person and have the balls to say it. Black Panther, I'm glad Black Panther's success kind of just disappeared and we all moved on to Avengers Infinity War relatively quickly because I could not imagine. Here's the thing about these Marvel movies. People's attention spans are short. They're finite. So, for example, I'll never forget in 2014 when Guardians of the Galaxy came out in August, and I worked a comic show in September. And because that was the newest Marvel movie for many, many months, I mean, didn't it go Guardians and then it went straight to Avengers Age of Ultron the next year? Yeah. Guardians just was so popular because it was the last one. Black Panther came out. It was popular. It made a lot of money. But then Avengers Infinity War came out, and it kind of just stopped Black Panther in its tracks for a little while, which was nice because I couldn't handle a summer of preachy bullshit. You know, we were all with those Mr. Stark jokes and the turning into dust. But Mr. J, I think Black Panther deserves that woke award. The more I think about it, the more Dion and I talk about it, Black Panther just doesn't do it for me or him or many people. You can be white and not like Black Panther and not be a racist. You're just criticizing a film on its merits. And that's the point of all of this. All of it. But thank you, Mr. J, for Super Chat. I appreciate it. So let's talk about Captain Marvel. Yeah, a lot of people are getting angry. So here we are. Oh my God, a free comic duffel bag. Well, that's actually Iron Man, so it's kind of cool. I think that's Bob Layton artwork. I met Bob Layton. He's an iconic Iron Man artist. He used to Iron Man what Ethan Van Sciver's the Green Lantern. And Bob Layton was cool as shit. Called me brother. I liked him. So let's look at these images from this. So paging Carol Danvers. No thank you. Please don't answer the call. So this suit looks better than the green and blue suit where she was in front of a 7-Eleven. But she looks too pensive. She doesn't look like she's, fight. There's the core. So this is basically Marvel's answer to Green Lantern. And look here, folks. We have our buddy Ronan the Accuser. Woo! Everyone's favorite villain. It's like we got Captain Marvel, folks. We really need to dig out some great stuff because she's an unknown character. Well, we don't have the star-studded cast. Let's use Ronan the Accuser, the villain that no one gave a shit about in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was beating that dance off. Oh, also, we know that Captain Marvel's not going to beat Ronan the Accuser. So shit like this kind of takes the wind out of the movie's sails very early on. Now, let's see. The film sidesteps the traditional origin story template, and when it begins, Carol already has her powers, of course. She's left her earthly life behind to join the military team Star Force on the Kree planet of Hala. Now, the members include... I don't give a shit. Jude Law plays commander of the Star Force, who views Carol as a mentee and a pet project. Oh, God. You guys can read between the lines what this is supposed to be about. The motif throughout the film is learning to control one's emotion and use your powers wisely. So she's a Vulcan. We have the Skrulls. Ben Mendelsohn will play their leader, Talos. Okay, so the Skrulls are here. Maybe that's going to play into Infinity War. This is actually interesting. Has anyone actually heard of the story Secret Invasion from Marvel? If not, I'll talk about it in a moment. It's actually a pretty good storyline, and Captain Marvel's a part. See, Captain Marvel is not a garbage tier character, but new Carol Manvers in the, what is it, Kelly Sue DeConnick era Captain Marvel, that's just not for me. So here's the thing. They take that version and put it to film in terms of aesthetics of her, but they're not going to go the stupid approach. But Ben Mendelsohn, I'm surprised. Ben Mendelsohn has been in Batman, he's been in Marvel, he's been in Star Wars, he's been in Ready Player One. That dude has had a fantastic career, and he's a great actor. That's an actor I'd like to sit down and talk to personally. There he is again. There's Ronan the Accuser with Jude Law, because reasons. There she is in her 9 Inch Nails t-shirt. She's so edgy. She's got a shield hat. So cool. So cool. Samuel L. Jackson. Motherfucker doesn't age. So Nick Fury is a lowly S.H.I.E.L.D. desk jockey who hasn't met any superheroes. Doesn't that kind of go against everything from Captain America Winter Soldier? They've made it... This might cause a continuity error in the Marvel films. We had our first one with Spider-Man Homecoming, and that one's a hard sell on my end. The fact that the movie takes place in, 2020? So they've kind of jumped around and they've made an error, in my opinion. Before, the movies always took place in current year, and it helped it worked out better that way. Not anymore. There she is in her jet, her plane. She's an Air Force pilot. Okay. More ad. Lashana Lynch is Maria Rambeau. She became Captain Marvel in the comics, I believe. She had an afro. I'll show that in a moment, too. And there's the cover. The future is female. Why do they keep pushing this? Because this doesn't work. So when Terminator fails, we're sexist. And then when this brings in lower numbers, I guess we're sexist too. I just don't get it. I don't get any of it. Okay, so let me catch up on the chat right now. Another Mikey Spock. That's what I thought too. Reed Palancia, thank you very much. There's a rumor of Captain Marvel bringing the heroes back in a future film. That needs to go to Ant-Man. Let's just give it to an established character. I don't know. I've never been so apathetic towards a Marvel film. And people are thinking, why the female-led one, Jeff? Why is it this one that you're apathetic towards? Because I'm awake in an era where we're always talked down to by people that make these movies. Well, this version is superior because it is all women. And look, it's been nothing but failure after failure with this shit. Ocean's 8 came and went. People don't care about it. Ghostbusters fucking failed. The Star Wars movies are at an all-time low because of this shit. They keep pumping it in. And I could understand if I dislike it. Like, some of the Transformers movies have made tons and tons of money. Well, they make money overall. Or Avatar, or, Lord of the Rings. Those things aren't for me. But tons of people watch them. So I go, you know what? They're popular. They're not for me. I get it. With this shit, nobody likes it. Why do they keep pushing it in, man? Why do they keep doing it? It's like it's a failed experiment they keep trying to make work, and they just don't understand that their projects aren't any good, and no one's buying into this shit. Would it kill her to eat a sandwich or smile? She looks very smug in this photo. She looks very smug in this photo. Looks like a cosplayer. Looks unhappy. Yeah, the Shadow Loaf knows there is no honor. How do I feel about Henry Cavill as The Witcher? I knew he wanted to play the role, but I don't know much about The Witcher, so I can't really give too much of an honest opinion. I apologize. Marvel, please give her origin story, damn it. Not when she already has a part of the Green Lantern Corps or whatever. Yeah, you kind of need an origin. Here's the reason you didn't need a Spider-Man origin, because it was told in 2002. 2012, and Spider-Man is the third most well-known superhero. Actually, you know what? If we take into kids into account, Spider-Man is probably the most well-known superhero for the modern generation. Batman, everybody knows Batman, and they know his origin story, but just as many people, if not more, because Marvel's more popular than DC, know that Spider-Man origin. Superman, the previous generation, like I could call my mom up right now and say, Mom, we're live on the air. I need you to tell everyone how Superman got his powers or where Superman comes from, the history of Krypton. And she'd go, oh, blah, blah, blah. You know, he was a baby put in a spaceship, sent to Earth. She knows that. She knows the fucking opening words to The Adventures of Superman with George Reeves. Like, that's a very popular thing. My grandma knows how Batman became Batman. Captain Marvel, if you say who's Captain Marvel, you might get Shazam people. You might get people that know who Marvel is, but you don't know the Carol Manver's origin. You know, a lot of people are just going to be like, I don't know this lady. And this could be setting themselves up for failure. SJW's movies will keep bombing. What would be a good estimate on when this era stops? Early 2020s. Early 2020s would be good. I would actually like them to stop in 2018, but that can't happen. But in all honesty, I see SJW movies stopping no later than 2025. Star Wars will have failed. Star Trek has failed. Marvel will have tried it, but got burned. So here's what will happen. Marvel will try to go woke. People won't support the movie. So they'll dust off Robert Downey Jr. and whoever dies in the next Avengers, and they'll cause some kind of schism in terms of continuity, and then the movies will just come off as cheap and not planned out, and it'll be a desperate attempt, and people will lose respect for Marvel, and Marvel will go down in flames. Will companies go through Congress to disallow magazines from reporting their films when they wake up to the woke? You never know. The future's crazier than we thought it would be. We used to think there'd be flying cars, and, you know, fax machines will be more prevalent. But no, we have people worried about a million fake things that aren't real. The Shadow Loaf knows. Thank you for your super chat. Get woke, go broke. The Quartering, 2018. Yes, The Quartering needs to put out that t-shirt. I had one that no one bought. It was called Woke Wars, The Phantom Bankruptcy. And it was a Star Wars parody shirt. What's the worst case scenario for the MCU going broke? Or going woke, excuse me. I saw woke, instantly went to broke, excuse me. Okay, let's play Doomsday Scenario. You guys feel free to tell me yours in the comments section. Just putting this out there. This is what happens if Marvel Johnson's the MCU. So they put all their fucking faith in Captain Marvel, played by Brie Larson, the most unlikable actress in history. Well, she gets all the power in the world, and she's going to go into some kind of coma or some stasis at the end of Infinity War. Or not at the end of Infinity War, at the end of this movie. So she comes back, and we're going to have Infinity War Part 2 or Avengers 4 or whatever come out, where Ant-Man goes back in time and gets her to come in and basically save the day. The worst case scenario is she will beat Thanos. She will talk down to Iron Man, and Iron Man will accept her power or her dominance, when before that Iron Man doesn't. Like, even when he says the line about, you know, he's in charge, I just pay for everything type of thing. Tony still, you know, has the big gun. He's the big gun. Captain Marvel's going to belittle him. Captain Marvel's going to belittle Captain America, who's going to salute her. It's just going to be like, I'm the ultimate Mary Sue. I'm the new guy on the team. And you will accept me. And Black Widow and Scarlet Witch will just be like, okay, she's better than us. And everyone will just accept it. Even the Hulk will be like, whatever. So everyone's going to look at, like, why do we accept this new character? In reality, her ass needs to be dealing with the Guardians and shit like that. Maybe she teams up with them and takes Gamora's place and flies off into space. Best case scenario, the movie comes out, it's not offensive, it makes its money. Then Infinity War comes out, and she's really inconsequential to the plot. Because we don't really need her. Ant-Man going back in time through the quantum realm was enough. And then we're going to have Robert Downey Jr. come back to Earth with Nebula, maybe travel through time and do all kinds of crazy stuff. That's what we need, because this is an end to their story. People would say, but it's a beginning for Captain Marvel and the new era of the Marvel story. No. Look, when this changing of the guard isn't going to happen, people are going to say goodbye. People are emotionally attached to Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, the Guardians, all that stuff. When they close the chapter on those characters, that will be the end of the MCU for a lot of people. It'll be the end for me. And it isn't even about Marvel going woke with Captain Marvel. It could be the Punisher coming back, and I would just be like, the show's good enough. I'm not really too concerned. But just they're so willing to take a chance with this. They're like open to fail. They want to fail almost, and they want to fail so they can try to paint the public in a negative lens. Ricardo Guerra, thank you very much. I just find Brie Larson to be an unlikable actress. No charisma. I don't see her as a franchise lead. Sorry, the screen jumped when I started reading yours. First off, Ricardo, thank you very much. The only film I've ever found her likable in was 21 Jump Street when she was not the lead. I feel like she has an ego about her, arrogance that doesn't really come off as approachable. Maybe Robert Downey Jr. carries himself in a certain way, but then you also see Robert Downey Jr. going to those kids without arms and bringing them Iron Man prosthetics and doing all kinds of stuff for people and charity. He's out there fighting for pay equality for his co-stars for the Avengers. He got 50 mil, and some people are getting 250,000, but he did come out and say, everyone needs a pay raise and this and that. Robert Downey Jr. does real life good things that makes you like him a lot more. And then when you see him play Tony Stark and he's more douchey, it just shows he has a wide range of acting. He's really, when you watch Robert Downey Jr. in these Marvel movies, you go, wow, these movies have real acting. Like DC can throw every actor at the fucking wall, but at the end of the day, with a bad script and a lack of interest in the brand, that you just get a bad performance out of a good actor. Look at Al Pacino, one of the all-time greats. He was in Jack and Jill. The movie did jack shit. But anyway, I think Robert Downey Jr. sees the MCU as his redemption. Yeah, it has made him a lot of money and made his life different, but he got the role of Iron Man in a time where he, had to prove himself again. They took a chance, he made it big, and he's a really good ambassador to all of these things. I don't see that with Brie Larson. All you hear about her is talking about, they need to have more people of color for more diversity and these critics, so these shitty movies get a pass. Look, I've used this example before. Wayne's World, directed by a woman, widely regarded. Most people I meet, almost everybody loves Wayne's World. It was directed by a woman. Who cares? It's a great movie. You can have great action flicks directed by women or black dudes or people of color or weird minorities. The Matrix, the Wachowskis, they went on to change whatever. Either way, Matrix is one of the all-time great movies. The work needs to speak for itself. And Brie Larson is the opposite of that. She's like, well, we need to give everyone a pass so they have equal voices. Look, everyone has an equal voice. You just got to make something good. Look at like Sam Raimi. He made something out of nothing, and he really busted his ass to make a career for himself. Evil Dead was like a shoestring budget film. People suffered, people hurt. There was a lot of pain that was put into that movie. And now he's, at one point he was the top of the A-list in terms of directors with the Spider-Man trilogy. And then he did Wizard of Oz movie from Disney and stuff like that. All you got to do, people, is you got to work hard and create work that people want to, see. But thank you, Ricardo Guerra. I agree. Brie Larson is unlikable and lacks charisma. Silver Gaming Network, thank you very much. I just came across the video and grimaced at the title. You serious? She got an Oscar? Also, I'm worried about Captain Marvel. Well, just as a quick recap, Kathleen Kennedy is getting an honorary award from the Academy of Arts and Sciences. It had a specific name. I'll read it a little bit later. But it comes from the same people that award the Oscars. And her and Gary Marshall are the first people to receive it since Francis Ford Coppola in 2010. Worst case scenario, Captain Marvel breaks Captain America's arm to show her power and basically shit on America. I swear to God, if that happens, I'll walk out of the fucking movie. It's not about the American thing. It's not about pride as a male or anything stupid like that. It's the fucking story. Captain America is the moral backbone of the Avengers. Who the hell is this woman to come in and kind of ruin it for everybody? She's not. She needs to just take a step back and let the movie play out and then, be a star in your own film. Be a star in your own film. Grendel Fan 84, thank you very much. Doomsday Scenario, Miss Marvel, America Chavez, Riri, Girl Hawkeye, and Down Syndrome Squirrel Girl as the new Avengers equal bankruptcy. There you have it, folks. It is officially 8:28 in the morning, and I've read the most depressing thing all year. Grendel Fan 84, thank you. But does everybody here know who America Chavez, Riri Williams, and Girl Hawkeye are? Because you don't want to know. Captain Marvel is unlikable, but America Chavez is terrible. America Chavez is the reason that I found diversity in comics here on YouTube, who, talking about stuff that I talk about, I got a mention from him, and then we kind of just, the momentum has continued. America Chavez is the worst Marvel character ever. Squirrel Girl's dumb. Riri Williams is dumb. But America Chavez is just so poorly crafted. The stories are dumb. The artwork is okay, but the design choices are bad. I wouldn't consider America Chavez for any film appearance. And if she does get one, you're going to be surprised at just how bad it does. You think Solo's a failure, wait till you see or don't see America Chavez coming to a theaters near you. I mean, she has the Lilo something dance team. Lilu 5 Multipass. That's the fucking name of the team. It's just written by people that don't get comics. But Riri Williams, one nice thing about that Grendel fan that'll never happen, people love Iron Man, and people know Iron Man. They love Robert Downey Jr. If they get the Riri Williams, which is a 16-year-old black girl equivalent, people aren't going to buy into that. The only way they're going to get away with that is if they use the Black Panther's sister. But even then, Robert Downey Jr. is too big of a draw. And little boys are going to be like, I like Iron Man. And now it's some Wakandan chick. And they're just going to be like, no thanks. No thanks. Rep the Aline, thank you very much. I find it insulting when SJWs preach about LGBT. I'm gay and I don't have their antagonist attitude. Tell good stories regardless of what people fuck. Well, see, Moretti Aline, you have the right point about all this stuff. It's not about, if you're going to have gay characters, cool, but make them good characters. They don't live and die by their sexuality. What's that one movie? There's like a really famous movie where the two dudes are gay. Like it's some action flick where they talk about going. Oh no, never mind. That's an episode of King of the Hill. Excuse me. That was just a funny take on that too. The episode where the gun club, or the guys from Spin City or stuff like that. I'm not. They're not going to make a movie and have a character that's badass and they're like, well, the character's gay and I'm going to dislike it. No, if the character's badass and well written, I don't care what goes where. That's just their own prerogative. That doesn't matter to me. But they make these really shitty, unlikable, douchey characters, and they're like, well, they're also gay. So they're trying to guilt you into liking their characters. You can't guilt little kids into buying the action figures. You can't guilt little kids into wanting to dress up as your characters for Halloween. So good luck with all that shit. But Maref Dealine, thank you very much. And it is insulting, and their preachiness benefits no one. They hurt what they try to defend. Let's see who else popped up here. We got a big crowd this morning. Thank you, everybody. Michael Rodriguez, I'd rather see Nova or Adam Warlock. I, too, would rather see Nova. I don't know much about Adam Warlock, but Adam Warlock does play a bigger part in Infinity Gauntlet, the comic book. Adam Warlock, they revealed his creation in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and I can't wait to see that. Because it's just, see, the thing is, the James Gunn situation is what it is. We're not going to get into that. But I did like the idea of having Marvel on Earth and Marvel in space. Because if we go back to the 70s, there were a lot of big Marvel space titles, the Jim Starlin stuff. And that would be neat to have Marvel in space as its own thing. And then eventually when those characters come back to Earth, we have another Infinity War level fight. Because let's be honest, Infinity War was great, but when the Guardians met up with the Guardians really didn't come to Earth. They didn't have that moment. I was expecting a little more of that. I thought when Groot and Rocket and Thor came to Earth, it was neat, but it didn't have the same moment. I was really hoping to see Star-Lord come back to Earth and get to see how different it was. You'd love to see Captain Marvel get smashed like Hulk did to Loki. Puny God. That'd be amazing. Jeff the Iron Wolf. Hey there, what's up, man? Wish Katie Sackhoff from Battlestar Galactica had gotten the role over Brie Larson. Stan Lee wanted Sackhoff. I always like the idea of a little bit older superheroes. Not because you need well, the thing is, you can be young and be a superhero, but that's like what Spider-Man is. But Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth are all like the perfect age to play the characters. Brie Larson she's younger than I am. She's 28, I'm 29. She looks too young to have been in the Air Force and be this experienced pilot. She's not some, wonderkin child who's done all this crazy stuff. She's supposed to be like an Air Force pilot. I think she just looks a little too young for that. Maybe Air Force pilots are, that age, but get someone that looks a little older. Make them play young. I mean, they are acting. Maybe Brie Larson should act like we care about, what she says. Tanae, welcome back. Walking out of a movie halfway through is a big statement, isn't it? It is a big statement. I've walked out of one movie, I think, and that was Child 47 with Tom Hardy and Gary Oldman. It was terrible. Captain Marvel, if I see Captain America do something like that, I'm fucking done. And I'll make it known, and I'll live stream the minute I get out. I'm like, guys, I walked out of Captain Marvel, or I walked out of Infinity War. They did this, and I'll tell you the spoiler, and we'll just we'll talk about what I saw, and I'll wait for the other guys to come back. AMC still owes me a free movie because I have that little pass from Infinity War. Let's see. Darth Tico. Morning, Jeff. What have I missed? Oh, my God, Darth Tico, you've missed a really action-packed hour. And hold on. I know I missed a whole bunch of these super chats. Don't worry. I'm not ignoring them. I just scrolled up. Mike Howard, thank you very much. Captain Marvel looks like crap. How come Captain America has to be buff and huge, but Captain Marvel is flat and scrawny if she's not super sexy? Well, there's a double standard. We're not allowed to enjoy boobs or butts as men, but these crazy SJW people need their shirtless Chris Hemsworth because whatever. Look, it goes both ways. I've said this before, and now my statement doesn't ring true anymore. Marvel has always cast attractive people with ideal bodies for these movies. Scarlett Johansson has a good body, and they're not afraid to show boobs either. Like, not obviously exposed boobs. This isn't my Marvel universe, but Scarlet Witch. I'm just saying they have costumes. They're not worried about showing skin. Now with Captain Marvel, she's literally covered from neck to toe. Well, but Jeff, she's a space superhero, blah, blah, blah. Fine, I get it. But don't belittle guys for liking what they like. There's just a weird double standard. Now, I don't get offended or feel insecure when they have the gratuitous Thor shirtless scene or people fawning over his muscles or any of that dumb shit. I just don't care. It doesn't bother me. But when people bitch about Star Trek Into Darkness, oh, she took her shirt off. There's no reason to show a woman in her underwear. Who gives a fuck? It's a fucking movie. It's fantasy. If you have a problem with her in her underwear and bra in front of Captain Kirk, well, then I have problems with space travel and Tribble Blood and Benedict Cumberbatch exist. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid shit people are so focused on. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. Cesario Japan, thank you very much. Captain Planet would kick new Captain Marvel's ass. Yeah, because they have wind and earth and water and heart. Their powers combined. Don Cheadle is Captain Planet. I have a Captain Planet. I have a Captain Planet action figure. Let's see. No, Jeff the Iron Wolf, I read your Katie Sackhoff super chat. I just was a little behind. Mike Howard, if she's not fit and sexy, I won't go see. I just don't want to see it because she's such an insufferable person. Like, here's the thing. If you play these SJW games by their rules and you're able to pick them apart, or they fall down. It's like, well, I'm not even judging you on your looks, Brie Larson. You just are unlikable and pompous. And I don't like pompous people. You want my money, you need to be likable and relatable. And you're not relatable. Okay, so I believe we're all caught up on the super chats. Thank you very much, everybody. Captain Marvel. You have to look at how bad Captain Marvel's director's last movie did. Holy shit, did Mississippi Grind not make any money? Well, let me look it up. I've never heard of Mississippi Grind. It's new to me. So, Mississippi Power. Wow, my phone is for having a brand new phone. It doesn't want to register my finger. Mississippi Grind. Let's see. What is Mississippi Grind? It's a 2015 film. It's got a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's because it's great, right? It stars Ryan Reynolds, Ben Mendelsohn, Sienna Miller, Annalee Tipton, Alfre Woodard, Robin Weigert, Stephanie Honore. So let's see. It is a American drama film directed and written by Anna Boden, and it stars Ryan Reynolds. It had a budget of $6 million. Would anybody like to play a game? Let's play a game, folks, without cheating. Can anyone guess the price? Let's play The Price is Right on air. So with a budget of $6 million, what did Mississippi Grind make in return? Now, without going over, take your guess, please. First 5 people will be entered in the game. So I'm waiting. And I'm not going to sing anymore because I don't want a copyright strike on this channel. Okay, so we have... Okay, everyone's in. We can stop. The winner... Okay, the first 5 people got it. So we have Not Dead, Raul Valdez, Brian Neeran, Bradford Walker, and Darth Tico. Okay, those are our 5 players. So, actual retail... Wait up, let's see. With the actual retail price of $130,541, the winner is Not Dead. So yeah, folks, budget of $6 million, box office $130,541. So Not Dead, congratulations. Your guess was low, but still closest without going over. Yeah, a lot of people. I like this game now. We can make it happen every once in a while. More profitable than The Last Jedi. Oh, I don't know. Well, this movie only lost $5,870,541. Or yeah, that's like 10,000 tickets. Yeah, give him a shirt. That's called a lost leader. Lost less money than Soilo. That is true. That is true. Jeff, tell him what he's won. You want a brand new car? How about a 2010 DeLorean Hot Wheel, courtesy of World Class Bullshitters? I actually have about 25 of those, so I can maybe send one off if somebody... We can give out a prize. Tanae, thank you very much for your generous super chat. Have you seen Salt and Atomic Blonde? One's an SJW mess, the other's a fantastic action movie, and both have female leads. It's not impossible. Somebody in Hollywood should take notes. I did not watch either, because I don't like Angelina Jolie, so I don't see any of her films. And then Atomic Blonde, I just kind of forgot about it. So I have not seen either. But I'm assuming that is Salt the fantastic action movie today? Or is it Atomic Blonde? I don't know. I like, what's her name? Charlize Theron enough that I'll watch a movie with her in it. But and James McAvoy is a legit actor too. I just didn't see that one. But Hollywood should take notes. Hollywood should look at what works and what doesn't work. Remember, back in the day, if a movie made money, other movies tried to follow suit. There was Footloose, then there was Break-In, Break-In 2, Electric Boogaloo. Then there was that movie Lambada that kind of failed. So the dance movie craze, and there's also Flashdance in between there. So you copy that, you make your dance movie. Then everybody wanted to do the buddy cop flick. So you had your 48 Hours, your Beverly Hills Cop, Tango and Cash, all kinds of buddy cops came out in the 80s. What was that? Raw Heat or Red Heat with there was Raw Deal and Red Heat. The one was still Schwarzenegger and Belushi, the bad Belushi. So they always would just follow suit with what worked and what didn't work. And now people make stuff for ideological reasons. I don't think Captain Marvel was chosen because they know she's going to make the most money. They want to have, they don't want to come off as sexist because they're worried about 5 people on the internet. You know, if I made a series of movies and they all made $2 billion each and they didn't feature, I don't know, some group, I'd be like, well, look, this is a business and I'm doing business right. And look at Coca-Cola. They do business right. They fucked up with New Coke. They went back to Coca-Cola Classic. They've never looked back. They've been fine. But thank you very much today. Just let me know which movie that is. And I'll... So Atomic Blonde was awesome. Okay, so everyone's telling me that Salt was the crappy one. Oh, Peppermint opens this weekend in the U.S. Let's see if the female-led action film works. Well, guys, remember, Proud Mary. Proud Mary came out earlier this year. So Proud Mary was a flop. It was a big flop. Big time. Charlize Theron is a great African-American. That's a very true statement there, Kendo. She was born in Africa, and she's now an American. Captain Marvel is because DC has Wonder Woman. Yes, I know. But Wonder Woman is ingrained in American history. She's been around for, 75, 77 years, something like that. She's part of American pop culture. She's as much of a part of pop culture as Superman and Batman are. She is part of the Holy Trinity at DC. And we've had generations of Wonder Woman fans, and there's been comic books. She's appeared in video games, TV shows. I mean, realistically, Lynda Carter's Wonder Woman is the most well-known Wonder Woman property out there. Even today with the movie being out, and I like Gal Gadot, but that Wonder Woman from the 70s, just part of pop culture. It will be forever. Lynda Carter was Wonder Woman for 40 years straight. And I don't mean she played the role for 40 years, but she was the only live-action Wonder Woman for 40 years. They tried that Adrian Palicki show that failed from NBC. It looked terrible. And they got it right with Gal Gadot. And that's nice. I'm happy. She was good enough. She got better, and there's just something I like about her. She has some charisma. She's really pretty, and the action is legit. Captain Marvel has a lot to follow up to, a lot to live up to. And you know what? That's how I think if you ever encounter an SJW and they want to talk about how you're sexist for not liking Captain Marvel, if it's a shitty movie, if it's awesome, I'll admit it. I'm not here to tell you guys that this movie is guaranteed to suck. If it's awesome, cool. We all win. We're all entertained. But if it's a piece of shit, and if it's preachy and heavy-handed, don't be afraid to critique it because, they'll call me a sexist. No, what you do is you say, I liked Wonder Woman, and you compare it to Wonder Woman, and you shit on this movie. You build up Wonder Woman. Where does their argument go? Their argument falls flat on their fucking face. Okay? It's as flat as a plate of piss. It just doesn't work. Yeah. Lynda Carter. What a nice woman is right. I love Lynda Carter. She's aged incredibly well, too. Even that aside, she just seems so cool. And the nice thing about somebody like a Lynda Carter or a Mark Hamill, they played other stuff, but they're known for really just one big role, and they embrace it. You meet certain people, they're like, I'm not, Harrison Ford's like, I'm not Han Solo. Mark Hamill, if you go, oh my God, it's Luke Skywalker, he'd go, where? And, shake your hand and probably give you a hug or something. Lynda Carter, if you called her Wonder Woman in public, she'd be very cool about that too. I mean, there's not a lot of people who are that friendly and likable, personable, if you will. And Brie Larson not being personable is a problem that they don't even see yet. Lego Wonder Woman looks better. Got some love for some Gal Gadot love. All right. So, what were we getting ready to look at a second ago? There was something. Oh, we were talking about Salt in Atomic Blonde. Angelina Jolie was terrible in Maleficent, the original Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. Kingdom Hearts, blah, blah, blah. I just don't like Angelina Jolie. There's something about her that I'm not a fan of. I liked her as a kid in Hackers, and I liked her in Gone in 60 Seconds. And that Girl Interrupted movie, I saw that as a kid too. I didn't really like the movie, but she was okay. She just got older, and it's nothing to do with her looks. The movie she's in, I like less and less. I don't see what the hype is about Angelina Jolie, much like I don't see what the hype is about Madonna. Her music, she was good at one point, and now she's just kind of like, eh. Keep putting out good work and good music, and whatever, and I'll be like, hey, I like it or I don't like it. It's not for me. Just Angelina Jolie, everything she does, I'm just like, no. Yeah, she's phoning it in at this point. That's true. That's very true. What about Angelina Jolie and Tomb Raider? I saw Tomb Raider in theaters, and I walked out. You know what? I can't say about Child 47. I walked out of more than that movie. When I was a kid, I went to see Tomb Raider. or I went by myself because I rode my bike to the theater. I walked out. I hated it, and I went and I caught the Fast and the Furious, and I watched that whole movie instead, and it was awesome. I like Fast and Furious, didn't like Tomb Raider. She was good in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I did not see that movie. You know, it's a terrible movie. Killers with Ashton Kutcher and Katherine Heigl. Thank you, Joel. That's part of that $500 you owe me, bitch. Some people liked Salt and thought Atomic Blonde was boring. I know Lucy gets lumped into this category of female-led action flicks. I liked Lucy enough. It was trippy and weird that I liked it. And I like Scarlett Johansson. Maybe it goes back to me having a crush on her as a kid or just liking her as an actress in general. But I liked Lucy. Yeah, Fast and Furious is an upgrade over Tomb Raider. It's not even fair. Isn't every Ashton Kutcher a bad movie? Yeah. Even Dude, Where's My Car is kind of dumb. Sigourney Weaver is one of the best top tier actresses out there. Second best actor in general. Sigourney Weaver's very good. She's very good, and she's had more than just Ripley, but a lot of people have gravitated towards Ripley. I like her more as Dana Barrett in Ghostbusters because I just like Ghostbusters more. But Ripley is one of the all-time great movie characters, not just female characters, but all-time great characters. So we have we've had these great female action stars and ones that have transcended the characters and roles, but we don't get that today. Yes, Richard, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, the third turd, I feel the same way about her in Ghostbusters as well, especially when she's possessed by Zool. There is no Dana, only Zool. Yeah, but Apollo Creed, she was terrible in Avatar, but it was the script. I don't know why Avatar was so well regarded. Yes, the spectacle of the 3D and the CGI was it, but I thought the story was stupid and the retread of other stuff. What did I think of the Butterfly Effect starring Ashton Kutcher? I saw that movie when it was new on DVD, the unrated cut. I liked it, but I haven't watched it in over 10 years, so my opinions may have changed. Yeah, Galaxy Quest was a great movie. We need to do a Galaxy Quest commentary really, really soon. Like we did Spaceballs last weekend, we'll do Galaxy Quest coming up, and we'll have some fun with that. A lot of people are talking shit about Avatar. What about Silent Running Stars starring Holdo's dad? Is that Silent Running? Is that the movie with Basil Exposition? God, it's been a while. Avatar was a remake of Pocahontas. Oh, Infinity War just arrived where you are, Dungeon. Okay. So does anyone have anything else they want to talk about with Captain Marvel? I feel like we've covered all the images. We've looked at this cover long enough. I feel like Captain Marvel is going to be the big screen equivalent of Jessica Jones. Ill-tempered, and when you criticize it, people just you can't defend, you can't criticize that movie. You can't criticize it at all. Do you think she will get a stunt butt? I do. Kevin Feige knows what sells in different markets. It'll be like in Spaceballs. You idiot, you've captured their stunt doubles. Who would be a good stunt butt for Brie Larson? Tom Holland? Anybody would be a good stunt butt. Mule 1066, thank you very much. Is Brie going to be like Kirstie Alley was towards Star Trek fans? I didn't realize that Kirstie Alley was douchey towards Star Trek fans. I know she's in Star Trek 2? No. Yeah, she's in Wrath of Khan for like a minute. She plays I almost said a Nemoidian. No, a damn, fuck. Vulcan. I keep wanting to say she's a Spock, but she's not. She's not Mikey Spock. But yeah, she's in Star Trek. I forgot. And then she was replaced in part 3, right? With a different actress, but playing the same role. Maybe you should embrace it, because Kirstie Alley doesn't really have much going on in 2018. She hasn't had very much going on in many, many years. Oh yeah, she's in the Wrath of Khan. Okay, she's Savick. I don't like when actors are like that. Just embrace what you're in, and Be thankful you're a part of it. She went on to be in Cheers and a bunch of other shit. So she's had a career. I don't know why she would be so bitter towards Star Trek. I don't know. People just put it like this. I make Stealing Solo, and it comes out and it does well. It breaks all these records. But then I go on to do something even bigger, and I act like, oh, I'm embarrassed of that comic book. That's just dumb. It got you to the dance, you know? It got you to where you want to be. Maybe Star Trek didn't get Kirstie Alley to the dance, but it got her towards Cheers, which got her to the dance. And she's had a career because of that. So, folks, the moral of today's podcast is be thankful where you come from. And if you're like Kevin Bacon and you want to avoid all this Friday the 13th shit, well, wake up and smell the coffee, my friend. It's not 1984, and this ain't Footloose. I hope Footloose is from 1984. Dances with Wolves is better than Avatar. Yeah. Kirstie Alley hit the fridge hard. Damn. That was her first film. I didn't realize that. Where Everybody Knows Your Name. I can change the picture of Brie Larson. There we go. We don't need any more Brie Larson. Do we need any Brie Larson? And I feel like she's becoming a joke on the channel, but it's Brie Larson, so yeah, whatever. You guys want to see? You want to see something really funny and really disturbing at the same time? Press F if you'd like to see something funny and disturbing, because you might get a laugh, you might puke a little bit, and you can tell me if this is more attractive than Brie Larson. That could be our new game we play. Be really fucking mean. Hashtag more attractive than Brie Larson. Okay, there's a lot of F's being pressed. You guys want something better. Well, I got something better. This is world-class bullshitters. There we go. I'm waiting now. All the people are like, F, 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 muff, 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 muff. Yeah, I wish I could show that ancient one Yogg soften, but I like my channel. I don't want to get it shut down over showing a different Brie. There we go. There we go. You didn't want Brie Larson? You got Ryan Johnson. Why does J.J. Abrams look like Amy Farrah Fowler? Because he is secretly Amy Farrah Fowler. Now wait a minute, Jeff. No, Jeff. No. God, the chat is rolling by super fast this morning. I don't think you guys like this. Tanae, thank you very much for your super chat. Honestly, what the fuck is this Forces female stuff? I don't know. It's like the future is female stuff. It's just not. The future and the Force are two things that don't have genders. You can't gender a spiritual energy, and you can't gender time. Time affects everyone the same. It goes and you die. It's a man-made construct. Time is you can't gender time, and you can't gender the Force. They've tried. Alphamar, I'm really sorry about that, by the way. Oh, you think that's Ethan on the picture? Oh, okay. Is he the bad robot? The Force penetrates us. It surrounds us. It binds us. The Force is male. See Anakin's father. I still like the theory that it's Palpatine using the Force and the midichlorians to manipulate and create Anakin. That's one theory I do like. Damo rises. My eyes. What can't be unseen? I'm sorry, Damo rises. I apologize, but thank you very much for the £2. The Pui. The Pui. Good morning. Who's the British girl announcing at the beginning of your videos? By the way, good morning, Jeff. Well, the Pui, thank you very much for your super chat. The British girl that does the announcing at the beginning of my videos is my friend Lauren. She does live in the UK. She lives in London. And we met on Chat Roulette. And yeah, that's exactly how we met. She's a singer. She's good looking too. I'm trying to figure out a way to get her to appear in one of our videos. She wants to be a part of it, but I'm trying to find like a way for her to appear in something consistently because people would like that. So the Pui, her name's Lauren. She's my Facebook friend, and she's a singer. So let me find one of her pages where she sings, and I'll tweet it out so people can check her out. She's got a good voice. And I actually have a whole bunch of audio clips of stuff that she recorded for me. I just haven't had a chance to use them. There's all kinds of stuff. She actually recorded a commercial about the Patreon and stuff like that. And every dollar you give is a dick saved from Dustin's grasp and all this other shit. It's awesome. She's got a great sense of humor. But the Pui, there's your answer. And good morning to you again. Scarlett Salazar, future/force is female message is so sexist. It's messed up. I don't enjoy it. Why not make her appear in Good Morning Pop Culture? What do you mean, like show up on camera for the show? Gotta work something out. Remember, she lives in the UK, so Good Morning Pop Culture starts at almost 1 o'clock her time, so I don't know if she's working or what. But I'll find out. Looks like a shitty metal band. It really does. It really does. Let's stop looking at this shit. There we go. People are bleeding. Marat the Aline, thank you very much. My eyes, my heart, and my thighs. Why did you do this to us? LOL. Well, Marat the Aline, I wanted to help you start your morning off right. When you see this shit, you realize how gross entertainment currently is. And seeing stuff like this will help us realize the beauty in the world. Like, I don't know. What's the new Halloween trailer? I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's awesome, and I'll watch it and talk about it tonight on the show. By the way, folks, tonight's World Class Bullshitters is gearing up to be a really good one. Now, if you're a patron, make sure that you go over to our Patreon page and suggest your topics for After Hours, because After Hours, we love doing it. It's a lot of fun. It's us a lot more candid than we normally are on YouTube due to the restrictions. So we have that. But tonight's show is going to be a lot of fun. And if you have questions for it, you can email them at worldclassbs@mail.com, thebestmail.com. Jeff, I'm sending you a bill for the couple dozen gallons of bleach my eyes will require. Well, Tim Riggs, that is a bill I'm more than happy to pay. Maybe I'll trade you the Dion dildo and we'll call it even. Raul Valdez, the Hawkeye Initiative art. I will look that up in a minute. People are telling me it's like 3 p.m. and they're into the world. Yeah. Milton Kress is punished less than Jeff. No round hit. Oh my God, dude. When I saw Milton Kress, I was like, who knows License to Kill? Then I saw it was Trent. Richard, we're having some issues with YouTube. So all of the Good Morning Pop Cultures are available for free on Podbean after they go live. So if you guys are ever running into those, because we're running into demonetization issues, the channel on this end's kind of running through some shit. So if you guys are having issues with it disappearing, it's going to be over on Podbean right away in a higher audio bitrate quality. So I knew stuff was happening. So now what I do is, as we talk right now live, I'm recording this audio and through Audacity. So it's there. Every show this week has been there. I haven't missed one yet. So you can take it with you. You can listen to it. You don't even have to download it. You can just stream it through your phone, turn off the screen. It's a lot easier on your batteries. But there we go, Richard. That's exactly what's happening. Mark Schaefer, thank you very much. Kathleen Kennedy gets an Oscar. What for? Kathleen Kennedy, let me pull this up real quick. Kathleen Kennedy got an award from the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences. It's the same people that give out an Oscar. So they're giving out these honorary governor awards to Kathleen Kennedy, Frank Marshall, Cicely Tyson, Marvin Levy, Lalo Schifrin. Now, Lalo Schifrin is the guy that did the Mission Impossible theme, and he deserves an award. But Kathleen Kennedy is the first woman to receive the Thalberg Award of the Kennedy/Marshall Producing Partnership, formed in 1991, has generated Best Picture nomination for The Sixth Sense, Seabiscuit, Munich, Curious Case of Benjamin Button. They also produced Congo, the Bourne films, Diving Bell, and Butterfly. Prior to forming Kennedy Marshall, the duo co-founded Amblin Production with Spielberg, sharing a Best Picture nomination for The Color Purple. Additionally, Marshall's been nominated for Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., and Warhorse, and those are Kathleen Kennedy films. It's funny how the Kathleen Kennedy Marshall producing partnership is mentioned, but the fact that they're married isn't. I mean, call me old-fashioned, but if I'm married to somebody, I really don't want to be called a producing partnership or be known as a business first. If I'm married to a woman I work with, I kind of want to be known as, they're married, not they work together, but whatever. Okay, so we are caught up. But Rian Johnson for Best Woke Director. Ugh. Is he best anything? Like best knows perfectly cylindrical head. Well, not cylindrical, spherical head. That's the best thing. In short, Kennedy got a propaganda award. Yeah, she did get a participation award on the highest tier. Good job, Kathleen. You did it. You got a participation award. I mean, she was involved with some of the best pictures of all time, but let's remember who the real people are that made the films great. Does the key grip from Star Wars get, the awards, the praise, the money, and the women? No, he went on to do 20 episodes of Doctor Who and then, retired quietly to the countryside. Kathleen Kennedy gets an award for running Star Wars into the ground. There we go. That's your comment wins the morning. 3-6 Mafia got an Oscar. I forgot about that for that song from Hustle and Flow. That was a song. That's all I can say. Yeah, awards are useless. Folks, you vote with your money. The winners, the true winners will, survive the test of time. And for Jeremy, Super Jeremy Cart will say, well, The Force Awakens made all this money. Look, it made its money based on hype and nostalgia, and it died off. Money and longevity are what the true signs of something working are. We're through Star Wars or past Star Wars. Even in a Star Wars film year, we move on to other shit relatively fast. Not the case with other things. Let's see. Women now make up 52% of the United States. Get over it. Thank you, Peter. That's great that they make up 52% of the United States, but they don't make up 52% of all movie-going audiences. Both my mom and grandma are females, and they don't go to see movies, so you don't put them in that category. And I know you're just trolling for attention, but I did like Family Guy at one point in time. So there you go. There's your 2 seconds of fame, Peter. Thank you very much. Oh, Raven Eye Reviews, that's what we're going to do. We're going to give out the Johnson Awards at the end of each year for the shittiest fucking things in entertainment. So this year, I guess we're going to start it with The Last Jedi. We'll do it at the end of December. It'll be our end-of-year show. And Rian Johnson's going to win. He's going to win for Best Director. I'm just saying that. Okay, you guys want me to check the Star Wars Resistance trailer dislike ratio? We can do that. That's fine. I mean, this is the People's Morning Show. I'm all about that. So let's go to YouTube, YoTubs, as I called it once just right now by mistake. And let's see, Star Wars Resistance. Okay, so Star Wars Resistance has 1.3 million views. And let's see what the dislike... Wow! Oh, man, but they are so close, guys. The tipping point is about to happen. So as we sit here on Good Morning Pop Culture, the dislike ratio is crazy. I know the anticipation is killing each and every one of you. You're like, Jeff, what's the number? What's the number, Jeff? What's the number? Well, guys, here's the number. 11,983 thumbs up to 99,753 thumbs down. We could tip it in the favor of hitting that 100,000 mark, but I don't advocate for it. I don't want anyone to think you guys are sending people over to crap on the Star Wars Resistance numbers. I'm not advocating. I'm just saying they are so close to 100,000 thumbs down. And if somebody said World Class Bullshit is responsible for the negative review or the negative ratio, we don't even have 100,000 subscribers yet. How the fuck am I responsible for that? I mean, sure, if you just put my name out there, great, but I didn't do it. Damo Rises. Done with Star Wars after they ruined Luke. Well, Damo Rises, they did ruin Luke. I can't get into it the same way I used to. It took me 6 months to watch A New Hope after The Force Awakens came out. And that's why I've created Stealing Solo, nice transition, as a way to make fun of the whole situation for me. I mean, it is a parody in the most classical sense of parody. It parodies Star Wars, it parodies Hollywood. It's just really a nice cathartic emotional release for me to be like, they took something we all love, something I gave a shit about, and they ruined it. They put mud in its eye, they kicked it while it's down, they poured a slushy over them and told us there's a white sail. It's just terrible stuff that they've done to Star Wars. And I understand where you're coming from, man. I'm kind of locked in to see this shit for the channel. That's fine. I mean, I've expected, or I've taken that mantle, but still, at the end of the day, I do kind of get upset. YouTube just demonetized the Disney Channel. That'd be hilarious if they did. You think Kennedy's Oscar thing is a spin Disney is using to cloud her exit out of Lucasfilm? I think it could be. Well, anything's possible in the world of entertainment. We'll see. If she's gone in September, I'll go with yes, I do. If she's not, if she doesn't fall by the wayside during the restructuring, then no, she got this award because they're trying to build her up. You could look at it two ways. Either this is her award and her exit, or this is her way of being able to say, well, I deserve to be here. I just won the governor's award, blah, blah, blah. That's it's a two-way street with this award. Yeah, Disney definitely Johnsoned it with this trailer. Tanae, thank you very much. Jeff, if Kathleen finds out you told your fans to dislike it, she might nab your willy. She likes to do that. Well, Tanae, I'm very safe here in Ohio from Kathleen Kennedy's grasp. She may own the West Coast, but this is Otisburg, and it's just a small little place, so I feel safe from that. But I never told anybody. I'm just saying we have the power. But I don't think Kathleen Kennedy even cares about this shit. She's probably focused on her governor's award, and she's letting, what's her name, Kiri Hart and Pablo and all those people out at Lucasfilm. They're the ones that are like, okay, guys, this is what we're doing with episode 9. And then JJ's off on location shooting it. Ryan Johnson's in the corner crying. George Lucas calls in every week, guys, you fucked up Star Wars. I'll buy it back right now. And they're saying, no, George, no. Don't. Now, I don't have footage of this yet because it's kind of hard to film in a GameStop. But we always talk about the Star Wars toys here on the channel. My local GameStop has all the new the vintage figures, and they have stacks and stacks of them they haven't sold. They overbought them because the new vintage card backs are full of Rey, Jyn Erso, Kylo Ren, a Stormtrooper, and a Hoth soldier, and I believe one other figure. And they just aren't moving. Snoke. Snoke is the final figure. And those vintage figures aren't moving. So that's another Star Wars toy line that they tried to revive that will fall and die because they put new characters in there. So Kathleen Kennedy, that's the kind of stuff you should be focused on. Not the toy sales per se, but helping your brand create characters that are memorable and that people want to buy. I mean, there's a reason you can make a Grand Moff Tarkin in a Jawa action figure that'll sell 41 years later, but you can't get Snoke the big bad to sell just a few months later, or Rey. No, you fucked it up. You fucked it up. Otisburg? You want to see my really long arm? Holly Weird is a cluster muff. Yeah, Holly Weird is a cluster muff. I do own Ohio. I actually bought it this past weekend. So that's why I didn't live stream on Saturday. I told you I was watching All In, the wrestling pay-per-view. I was actually buying Ohio. So, folks, if you would like to come to live in Ohio, you're more than welcome to. I'll leave the light on for you. I did say Grand Moff Tarkin. I knew you were here too. Snoke is nothing. He has no place in the story. He doesn't. One of our listeners watched The Last Jedi recently just to say he saw it to prove all these naysayers wrong, and he regretted it instantly. He may be listening this morning, but I'm sorry, man. We're with you. Why can't I get a Gamorrean Guard figure? Why won't they make them? Oh, Watchmen for you, they do make a Gamorrean Guard. They just released a 6-inch Black Series Gamorrean Guard. But here's the problem. The scalpers and the collectors buy 12 of them. They like to call themselves army builders, but in reality, they're just fucking hoarders. Oh, I need an army of Gamorrean Guards. No, you fucking don't. You need 2, maybe 3. You don't need 12 of them. Like, I can't stand those kind of collectors. I need 12 of the same fucking toy. I'm not saying you got to leave it for the kids, because what kid really is emotionally attached to a Gamorrean Guard? You know, with other stuff out there and other Star Wars, they may like the Magna Guards, or they may like Stormtroopers, or this, that, and the other. Don't hoard. But yes, there is a Gamorrean guard out there for you, man. All you got to do is find it. Sure, Michael, you can help run Cincy. We need a lot of work done here in the city. We got to get all these damn roads fixed and finished up. Snoke is vintage. The vintage collection means it's on a card back. It's just on a vintage card back. That's all it means. Yeah, scalpers are the worst. Make sure you check Amazon, though, Watchmen for You and eBay. And I think the figure retails for $24, maybe just 20. Don't pay $50. You're getting stroked if that's the case. Roads, when I'm done, we won't need roads. I actually knocked my glasses down just for effect that you'll never see. Did Doomcock help you out with the purchase? Yes, he did. Doomcock is a good friend of the channel, and Doomcock is the reason why Ohio is now mine. I picked Bill. He's like, well, I'll help you because Ohio has no purpose or no value to me. So that's why I am now Jeff Hicks, King of Ohio. That sounds exciting. I own the state now, but I'm not allowed to go to Kentucky, which sadly, because Kentucky has all the best stuff. Yeah, Hail Doomcock is right. I still haven't watched any of these crappy Disney films. I just know enough about them to hate them without having to go through the distressing experience of actually watching them. Well, Craig, you're smart to not watch them. Doomcock has now made Jeff the Baron of Ohio now that he conquered the world. Matthew Given, $20 for an action figure. When I was a kid, Star Wars in the 90s, figures were $5. Well, Matthew, you and I are probably about the same age. I'm 29. Yes, Power of the Force 2 figures were $5. $4.99 at Walmart and Toys R Us. So when people say, oh, Toys R Us toys were so expensive, I don't know. They were, in my area, Toys R Us and Walmart were the same price. Up until the end, roughly. But about 2000, I don't know, 9-ish, 10-ish. Well, they went from $5 to $5.99 to $7.99, and they went to $10, and they were $10 for quite a while. And then about 2012 or 13, after Disney took over, they jumped up to $15 for a small one, and the Black Series came out, and they were $20. And now all action figures are about $20 for a 6-inch toy. So good luck getting your children toys if you're a parent that's out there busting your ass. My best piece of advice is if you're an adult that has a kid that's into Star Wars and they really don't know, go online and get them the old Power of the Force 2 figures on eBay for, $2 or $3 a piece. They won't know the difference between Luke Skywalker now and Luke Skywalker from 95. It's the same character to them, and you can buy them all the toys and all the ships and stuff, and they'll have a good time and they won't know. It's just Star Wars toys to them. Alec Munoz, thank you very much for your super chat. King Shitter, will you be a benevolent tyrant? Yes. I love all my subjects. King Shitter, I like it. I don't know if anyone likes Ludacris, but there's a song called "Welcome to America," no, "Coming to America," and he says "King Shit" in the song. So that'll be my theme song when I walk out. The plea, Jeff, are you going to war with Michigan? No, because Dion lives there as well as our friend American Trent. So I don't want anything to happen to my good friends in the Great White North known as Michigan. But I will not help their economy if it falls even further. So I apologize for that. Brandon Moist, the man, the myth, the moist. Brandon is here. Saved all my toys from the prequels in OT. Brandon, I still have every toy ever. Seriously, I never throw anything away. Even my broken ones, I just put them in a box, and maybe one day I can use this arm of Cain for something else. Let's see who else we got. Yeah, see, Trent, don't worry. I got your back, man. I care about everybody equally. Well, not equally. I care about everybody, but unless you're my mom, well, you're in a different category, but I still like you. Yeah, I didn't realize Michigan could fall further either. What was my first Star Wars toy? You guys want to see a picture of it? I don't have it's not mine, but I'll show you what it is, and you can laugh. Now, my uncle, the one who passed away earlier this year, I'll never forget, on my birthday, I was, 96, so I would have been, no, wasn't my birthday 96? Yeah, shit. So I'd have been 8 years old. Yeah. So my 8th birthday is when I guess I got into when I got a lot of Star Wars toys, and I'll show it to you. I got this the same day as I got other action figures, but let's see where it is. Here, where'd it go? Nope, that's not it. You'll laugh at this thing too because you'll be like, man, the quality of these toys have really, really changed. God damn it! I'm trying to show you the big one that I got first. I got a 12-inch Luke Skywalker first, and this was the first Star Wars toy I ever got. And it has not held up in terms of age. I can't really find a better picture of it, so I apologize in advance. But here you go. And it makes me feel old because this is like, oh, this was cool back then, and now it looks like shit. So this was my first Star Wars toy ever. So will King's Island be a literal name now? Yes, it will be, Alpha Terranima. Yes, it will be. And I'm lowering the prices. And you can drink booze on the roller coasters. I mean, it's going to be a less safe park, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, sorry, your mama. I got 12 inches of Luke. Well, Trent, if you're going to get into those, message me or call me up. We'll talk. But yeah, this was my first Star Wars toy ever. Now, I also got a green lightsaber as well as something else at that. I got it at Johnny's Toys. And I know that means not a lot to a lot of people. But this was my first proper Star Wars action figure. And I recently rebought one just for nostalgia's sake because it was $5 back then and it's $5 now. So the quality, the price hasn't really changed too much. Tanae, thank you very much. You remember when episode 3 was coming out and Burger King had a line of toys out? The Boba Fett water squirt wrist launcher was my first. I do remember those. I remember Burger King had a decent line of Star Wars toys twice. Earlier than that, they had the watches, which I still have. And then I remember that they were like big-headed action figures because you could get like a giant Ewok on a speeder bike or you could get like Han Solo and other stuff. I remember those. I remember those quite a bit. I was, what was I? So that would have been 2005. I would have been 16 going on 17 that year. So I was really into video games and I had a job at a burger place. So I didn't do too much Star Wars, but I did see that movie the first day it came out. I skipped school. I've told that story before. One of the coolest things my mom did. So like Action Park, New Jersey. Yeah, exactly. I watched Defunct Land. I know what's up. So this was my first real proper Star Wars figure because we went to Johnny's Toys. I got the doll and I got the lightsaber. And then I went to Kroger and I got Luke and Obi-Wan and I think C-3PO and Darth Vader. So I got 4 figures there. It was weird because they didn't have them at Johnny's Toys, but I knew they were at Kroger. And I went to Kroger and they had them. So that was my first that was my first Star Wars toy. And that was, let's see, Power of the Force 2. I had all of them. That's kind of cool. When I look at the box, I can say, yeah, I had every single one. Trying to pull up the back of the box to show. Because I never had Yoda as a kid because I didn't like Yoda. I know people are like, how do you not like Yoda? Well, I didn't like Yoda. Not sorry. Even as an adult, I respect him, but I was never like a super Yoda fan. But this is I know this is weird for the people that are listening to the audio version of the show. They're like, Jeff, I can't see any of this shit, and I apologize. You can just Google it later. But when I see this back, people talk about nostalgia. I'm thinking to myself, yep, I got everything here. I was one of those spoiled kids. I was pretty fortunate. Was it the ears? Maybe it was Yoda's ears. Maybe I'm an earist. I don't know. Yeah, Leia was ridiculously buff. Leia looked like a monkey. Not even a human being. She looked like a flat-out monkey. Yakov Merkin says, when I was a kid, I mainly wanted the ships more than the characters. I wanted everything, and I had all the stuff. By the way, folks, make sure you check out Yakov Merkin's Galaxy Ascendant series. If you guys are fed up with the bullshit of Star Wars, well, ignore the galaxy far, far away and take a trip to the Galaxy Ascendant. We have the link in our self-destruction of Ryan Johnson video, so that's good for you there, and I'll be posting that link in just a moment. Yeah, Yoda had the orange snake, anti-ear Jeff. I really envy your Americans and your easily available toys. Dude, yeah, I guess we are lucky, because I talked to a lot of European collectors and we can't find it. Somebody posted a picture. Thor was $40 for a Thor action figure. I was like, that's $19.99 here in the States. I'm sorry. So here you go, folks. Help support our buddy Yakov Merkin, independent art, independent writer. If you're tired of Star Wars and you want something fun, that's going to do you just right. Yes, there was a toy of Bikini Leia. I had it as a little kid. I had all the Star Wars figures I could get. Yes, I had a Slave Leia action figure as a child. It was part of the Power of the Force 2 line. It was I had Jabba the Hutt, so I just kind of had to have them go together. I also had Jedi Knight Luke, Han, and Carbonite. I didn't have Lando in the Skiff Guard gear. I just had Lando in his Cloud City costume, so I kind of would just, do both. Thank you for your super chat. Immortal 1 Coil 1. Dad told me that apple pie felt just like a woman. Johnson did. Oh, Jim, your dad is so cool. Anyone here like American Pie? I love that movie so much. And it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it still holds up as funny. We want Star Wars toys not to suck. Is that asking too much? No, it's not. It's not hard to make some decent quality stuff. Jeff, do you know how bad the south of East Ohio is? I live in the south of West Ohio. I've never been to, what is that like? Like the shit part of the state? I don't know. I haven't been there in a long time. I have 2 Huns and Carbonite, one the figure and one that came with the Slave One ship. Yeah, I remember that too. That was just like the original one. Because they basically, for all the ships, they were remolded versions of the Kenner ships, and they gave them a better paint job and new stickers, and sometimes better effects, sound effects, and lights, like the Falcon. And the little Carbonite Han was the same one. You miss Uncle E's toy review. Should I do some toy reviews? I mean, I think I could start my own separate channel on just doing toys and collecting stuff, because I have a ton of knowledge and all kinds of stuff. So you're going to Cleveland? Well, good luck, man. Good luck. That's all I can say. I like the parody of American Pie and Scary Movie. I just like the first Scary Movie. The other ones suck, but I think Scary Movie 1 holds up incredibly well. Okay, a lot of people are telling me to do some toy stuff. Okay. I can. People make good money doing toy reviews on YouTube. I wish I could make the thing is, I have the collection to do it. So we'll start. Buy a Hot Toys Ray and throw it in the trash. I mean, if somebody wants to send me a Hot Toys Ray, we'll burn it on camera, but I'm not spending $220 to burn, literally. More bad toy reviews. What is this? Love it when EVS does that. See, my toy reviews would be a little different, because I try to build a collection of stuff I like, and I don't like to destroy my stuff. Let's see. Burn Rose Tico. I do have some Rose Ticos to pitch. Oh, Jesus, Dion. Dion, if you're out there, just listen to Nick. That's all I can say. What is the worst Star Wars toy I have? Rose Tico. Doesn't do much. Low articulation. Does anybody love Rose Tico? No. No. Do you ever see Rose Ticos? It's weird. It's like crazy elf on a shelf. I still see Rose Ticos at my local Kroger for $3 a pop. Buy a Hot Toys Ray and hot glue it? Maybe. Maybe. I bought all those for my son, so he's around your age, Jeff. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, Watchman. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. Why does EVS have a fetish for Rose Tico? Why does he have a penchant for pie? The world may never know. I used to have the 95 Millennium Falcon. I'd like to get the 08 Legacy Falcon to replace it. Lady Una, I did that. I have the Legacy Falcon. It's the best Star Wars toy ever. For as shitty as all the new ones are, that Falcon was the best of all of them. That's the best Star Wars toy they ever made. And it was, the funny thing is, inflation in oil prices, they've gone up, obviously, but now Hasbro could make cheaper toys, but they've decided to make the toys of better quality. But in terms of the smaller end stuff for the kids, it's shittier than ever. Yes, I do, Darth Hammer. I remember the Wolfman from the Cantina being removed. I could do some Star Wars live watch parties. I know we've done them before, but those would be a lot of fun still. Everybody out there, if you're working and lurking, press 1. Our friend Herpicus McDurpington wanted to know. I do not have Admiral Balgown or Fembot action figure. I'm sorry. I don't have a complete collection. The best toy ever is the Battle Lightsabers. I disagree. They're very nice, but they're not as good as the Legacy Falcon. See you later, Mr. V. Always working, always lurking. I had an Aston Martin Bond car as a kid and a White Roger Moore Bond car that went underwater. Ooh, I would love to have those. I'd love to have those. Oh, man, the chat is rolling up quick. I'm just trying to catch up. My favorite toy was Shredder. Okay, folks, since we're all talking about toys, tell me what your favorite toy ever was in the chat right now. I'll read some of these. Am I going to watch the Predator movie? If the other guys want to do it for the channel, yes. I have no interest in watching it, but when does it come out, actually? Is there a Star Wars Wolfman toy sold? I believe so. I believe so, from the Power of the Force 2 line. He wouldn't be an original toy. I believe there's a Power of the Force 2 Star Wars Wolfman. Let's see. Thresher Mall says, oh, Jeff, you're a collector, right? A couple here in Texas said they've been saying that the value of their Star Wars stuff went down since The Last Jedi. Confirm. I've heard that from, there's a guy in my local area who runs a toy shop, vintage toy shop. And the Star Wars stuff just isn't moving the way it used to. Star Wars is a weird situation because the vintage stuff will eventually go down in price and become valueless. Not because people hate the original Star Wars, but because those toys hold such nostalgic purpose or nostalgic power over the people that buy them. So when those people have, passed away and that we're on to the next generation of people, no one's going to spend $1,200 for a Han Solo that doesn't look that good, or no one's going to spend $5,000 for a Jawa and a vinyl cape. So as the older generation, the original Star Wars kids die off, I could see the old Star Wars stuff losing value, and then the new stuff doesn't have much value. Like I told you, that Power of the Force 2 Luke I picked up, $5. Price in 1995, $5. It's gone down in value. Let's see. Grendel fan's favorite toy was Optimus Prime. Good toy. The Morphing Green Ranger, says Drew Anderson. I love me all Power Ranger toys. Green Ranger was the shit. The original Millennium Falcon. Good toy. He-Man Snake Mount with the microphone. The funny thing is, too, when I ask what your favorite toys are, it definitely shows the age of the listeners out there. People are like, oh, I like this and that. So, oh, you're, in your 40s, late 30s, maybe. That's fine, though. I don't really discriminate on age. I actually find myself having more to talk to with older people because the stuff I'm into was popular when you were younger or cooler when you were, growing up. Launch and Load Seaport. Biggest Lego set at the time. Ooh, Legos. Speaking of Legos, I was at Target yesterday and they have a Batman space shuttle Lego set. And it was just the craziest thing. I had to call someone over. I called Dan over. I'm like, dude, look at this. I didn't know Batman had a space shuttle. I'm a little envious. Legos are your favorite if video games don't count. G.I. Joe's, original Hoth Snow Trooper. Ooh, okay, that's a good one to have. Pokemon cards. A Samurai Black Ranger. Oh, Shadows of the Empire toys. Those were neat. I had Chewbacca and Princess Leia. Because Chewbacca had a flat top. Micro Machines. I loved Micro Machines. I had Micro Machines Indiana Jones. Those were neat. Only early 30s here by Falcon was passed down from my older brother. Well, it's still the Great Millennium Falcon. I didn't have any siblings, so I was fortunate to get everything new, but also you couldn't get old stuff in the early 90s without going to like vintage toy stores where they tried to stroke you. Power Rangers Morphers. Oh, God, this Christmas is the 25th anniversary of my favorite Power Ranger, or my favorite Christmas ever, the Power Rangers Christmas. So I'm going to do a little video of that on the channel. Close we get to Christmas. Cadmium Red. I remember that Darth Vader bank. I saw it as a kid a bunch. My cousin had one. I used to go up to his, he had a Star Wars collection room, and I used to go in there and just press the button and, you know, impressive, most impressive, but you are not a Jedi yet. And I'll go, dun, dun, dun. And I remember all that shit. Zeo Gold Ranger. That was a good toy, too. That was one of 2 Zeo figures I ever had. I think toy sales slumps may have something to do with video games that may have impacted toy sales. I know a guy who put thousands of dollars on Dota skins. Well, Metalhead Zaki, that is very true that toy sales are down due to video games. But if you're actually like into the toy collecting like I am or Trent or a lot of listeners out there, it's actually one of the best times because now we're of a certain age where maybe shit's expensive, but if you got the money, you can get the best toys ever. Like they got these really great high-end Power Ranger Zords. They're made of metal and plastic, and they morph and they do all that shit, and they're way better than the originals. Or you can get these SH Figure Arts or Figma figures and all kinds of stuff like that. So maybe for your kids, toys are dying, but if you're, you know, like me in my late 20s and you like stuff like that, well, it really is a fantastic time for toys. The Pui, thank you very much. I'm 50, married with 2 kids. I still buy toys for myself. Legos, definitely my favorite. You know, the Pui, I've said this before, because Legos didn't have their license set until 99 with the Star Wars stuff, I didn't get into Legos too much as a kid. I like Legos. You know, when I have kids, cool, if they're into Legos, I'll help them build the sets. I just don't have the emotional attachment, but I do like that Lego makes stuff based on properties that don't get, you know, otherwise get toys, like, you know, the Lego DeLorean or the Lego Ecto-1, stuff like that. The Lego Ghostbusters Firehouse. I want that so bad. Tanae, thank you very much. Think about how you remember. Think about how you can remember when Star Wars was great as a kid and how bad the state of it is in right now. What would young you say? Well, it depends on how young you ask today. If you would have told this to pre-episode 1, Jeff, I would have said, no, Star Wars is great. There's never going to be a time where I lie and tell somebody I'm not a Star Wars fan in public. You know, I've read the books that they used to have these little scrapbook things that I used to read. They would have pictures and tell you about every little aspect of the galaxy. I would read those books and I'd do this and I'd that. And I wanted to be Han and Luke. I wouldn't believe you. And then if I brought my, child self to the present now and showed him what has become with Star Wars, probably would cry a little bit. I'd be like, oh no, like they killed off Han Solo. They did this, they did that. They killed Luke. Why? Carrie Fisher's dead. Oh no. I would have emotionally damaged myself. And I don't think you guys want that, because then I would always have that knowledge in this channel. I probably wouldn't have the will to fight the way I do on this channel. And I'd be heartbroken and dejected, and I'd be a different man. But I honestly think young me would be disappointed as shit. There'd be other things that I'd love, like show me a modern day video game. I'd probably crap my pants. Like, oh my God, it looks so real. But then you tell me about, Star Wars and how bad movies are and stuff, and I probably would just be upset and want to go back. I was hooked on Lego Technic. I remember those. You guys should watch the documentary, The Toys That Made Us. They cover Lego in great detail, and it's on Netflix. I don't normally talk about, hey, watch Netflix. You should definitely watch The Toys That Made Us. It has a terrible theme song, but a fantastic show nonetheless. I really wanted to get my Power Ranger collection on there, but I never heard anything back. Herpicus McDerpington, thank you very much. Took me 2 days to build the Lego Super Star Destroyer, thanks to cats. Fun times. So did your cats like run off with pieces, or did they knock it over? I don't have any pets. Like I said, the only 2 Lego sets I built were the Batman Batcopter that came with Man-Bat, Batman, and Robin. And then I built the Spider-Man lab sets that came with Mary Jane, Spider-Man, and Norman Osborn. It was kind of a weird set to get the. Oh, it was one of those sets like if you like turned it one way, it was a lab. The other way, it was like the other lab where Spider-Man got bit by the spider. So the Star Destroyers look cool. The new Millennium Falcon is $800. Like I'll give Lego sets all the props in the world. They look cool and they're really nice quality. For me, I didn't get into it, so I look at it, I respect it, and I'm really happy for everyone that's into it. But I always would rather pay. Plus, the price of Lego kind of prices me out. It's like it's $800 for Millennium Falcon, and then I build it. I would rather spend $200 to $300 on a Millennium Falcon that's built and has lights and sounds. I put my little figures in it and I can reenact it. I know people say building Lego is the fun part of it, but I actually wanted to go out and do stuff with the toys itself. So for the price of a Lego set, I'd rather get Dragon Zord or something else. Michael Rodriguez, thank you very much. Zero put out a great What If video about The Last Jedi yesterday. I'm subscribed for future Star Wars content. Mike Zero, I need you to come on the High Council this week, man. Everybody wants that to happen. I'm going to send out the tweet right now to Mike Zero. And it will say, at Mike, that's Milestone Zero. Is he Mike 001? Your presence is requested for, well, if I could spell, for the High Council. And let's add Ethan. And let's add Jeremy. I know this is exciting. Tweeting with Jeff, thing you can't see. Now let's make sure I got the right Mike Zero, because I don't want to tweet Mark Zero or somebody stupid like that. Who's Mark Zero? Who's World Class Bullshitters? What do they want from me? Why do I sound like Jerry fucking Seinfeld? Sorry, guys. I don't want to become what I hate. The Mike Zero for future Star Wars content. Is it Mike 001? Yes, it is. Mike 001. Your presence is requested for the High Council on Tuesday evening. Hashtag Ryan Johnson. Hashtag Hashtag don't Johnson it. Okay, there we go. Tweet sent. Guys, you should retweet this all day long so we can get Mike Zero on the channel. That will be a huge episode. You guys requested it. I make it happen. See if I can get Harrison Ford for the last day of funding for stealing Solo. Oh my God, that'd be crazy. The story keeps getting better. And that's not a sales ploy. Because I'm working on it, and I have the outline, and the story is written itself, and I'm working on the storyboards. Those are mostly done, but like I'm putting together the title and a couple things, and I'm thinking to myself, I'd like to format this a little more classy, and then new ideas come up. I found a way to incorporate "Get Off My Plane" into the story, stuff like that. I'm just having too much fun with it. I'm so glad that everyone's supported it the way it has. And as soon as I get this next piece available to show you guys, the first piece of art, then it's going to really start kicking in, because you guys are going to see the creativity and the fun. Harrison Ford pays for the $5,000 perk for you to visit him. Shit, if he invites me over, I'll take him the perk for free, and then we'll talk about movie rights. And I'll be like, all right, Harrison, since you're a cool dude, let's go in and become partners, and let's make this happen. Use your connections. I got the story. Let's make Stealing Solo the final, your swan song, the perfect way to end your film career. I could definitely. The thing is, people are talking about Harrison Ford. He's got the right kind of sense of humor. This isn't a fan story about Star Wars and why Harrison Ford's wrong. It's a little deeper it's a lot deeper than that. In many ways, it's a commentary on his career, and this image that's coming out will sum it up perfectly. And because of the sense of humor and the fair use of parody, I believe Harrison Ford would definitely love this story. And then he kidnaps me. What would Harrison Ford want to kidnap me for? To remake episode 100 of World Class Bullshitters? You fucked it up. You had a chance and you ruined it, kid. All right, Harrison, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Let's see. I want to see episode 9 as a remake with Return of the Jedi. Oh, God. No more remakes in Star Wars, please. No more remakes of Star Wars, please. Have I sent it to social media yet? He doesn't have. I don't think Harrison Ford has Twitter. Does he? We'll find out together. Let's see. Harrison Ford. That's not. Who's Barrison? God damn it. I love this one and I hate it at the same time. Harrison Ford doesn't have a Twitter. I didn't think he would. If given a choice, would you rather watch The Room or get paid $1 million to watch The Last Jedi repeatedly for 1 week? I'm going to take the $1 million because I love The Room. And at the end of the week, I'll have made $1 million. Shit. Sorry. That's my choice. He doesn't have a Twitter. He doesn't have a Twitter at all. Oh, people are talking about The Fistful of Dollars, the Dollars Trilogy. I fucking love those movies. Ew, God, we're talking about now Poe Dameron and Hux in a gold bikini. No, thank you, guys. Guys, stop. We're ruining the show. You haven't seen The Room? Ew, gross. Do we eventually do a Room commentary here on the channel for everyone? Because you guys have to see The Room. It's the worst movie ever made, but it's the best worst movie ever made. It's better than Troll 2, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, all that shit. I have a question for you. Has everyone here seen, or has anyone here known about the Garbage Day meme? Do we know that? Press 1 if you know about the Garbage Day meme. Let's see. I'm honestly waiting because the garbage. This is important to me right now. I know. Oh hi, Jeff. Cat's Eye. That's a great fucking movie. I love anthology flicks. Okay, so some people are saying they know what the Garbage Day meme is. They don't. Anyway, if you do, I'm just gonna put this out there. The Garbage Day guy is getting his own action figure. We're a very toy friendly channel, and the fact that he gets his own action figure is a surprise to me. I'm very happy. Do yourselves a favor. Go watch Garbage Day. It's literally 10 seconds long. And ask yourself, Jeff, the fuck did you make me just watch? And then you'll realize that I've made your life better. I've enriched your life through better entertainment. Yeah, folks, if you do want that Garbage Day action figure, it's available on Scream Factory. You got to pre-order it before it goes away. And once it's gone, it's gone. It comes from NECA. Garbage Day action figure will also Rose Tico figures. Well, NECA is a company that gives people what they want, even if it's a small minority. Like, you guys are the small minority of Star Wars fans. Everybody loves the new movies. You're all a bunch of haters. Well, if everybody loves the new shit, how come everybody isn't buying the new shit? Why do you even make the new shit? Why are you trying to market it to people that don't like your shit and the people that you don't like liking your shit? Huh? No, but NECA goes above and beyond to give collectors stuff they want, and people go nuts for it. Maybe NECA isn't Hasbro, and it never should be. But because NECA is small and has the autonomy to do what they want, we get Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, and Clark W. Griswold, and A Christmas Story, and Terminator, and RoboCop, and Predator, and all that stuff. We get all those things from NECA. And NECA even gets Marvel and DC figures, big figures. They're not as good as Hot Toys, but they're damn good toys overall. The High Council figures sounded cool, like Jeremy Osteen. I'm glad you guys like the idea for the High Council action figures. Maybe once we hit a big 100,000 goal and get some big YouTube checks, we'll get a 3D printer and we'll start producing those. And I'll hire somebody to paint the figures, and it'll be like the Clerks in action figures. You know, Uncle Ethan with the pie, me with what would I come with? A microphone, or I don't know, something. I don't know what I'd come with. Yeah, Garbage Day is one of my favorite bad movie moments too. Jeffrey Toon has just watched the Garbage Day clip and asked what I've done to him. Well, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. If you can tell me what wrestler said that, there you go. Superfan Adam Shawhan is out of surgery, folks. So, Superfan Adam Shawhan, I'm glad you caught the end of the show. I'm glad you're all right, man. I know it's been a rough week for you, but World Class Bullshitters is here for you. Everyone in the community is here for you. So, just reach out if you need anything on the Facebook page, dude. Proper Jeremy needs to have a man bun. Muff Master Jeff with a rock-like eyebrow action. That's cool. I can do that. There'll be a little lever in my back that makes my eyebrow go up and down. Your action figure is holding a shit like your channel name. Maybe, if you want it to be. My action figure should come with a Wii. The Pui wins. Thank you for your super chat, the Pui. You'd come with a deed to Ohio. Fine. And a removable crown, King of Ohio. My arm's just out there like this. I own Ohio. Oh, I like it. I love it, actually. Championship belt. Oh, man. I really do want us to get into the World Class, all the High Council action figure set, and then you get the World Class Bullshitters. We're going to have a good merchandise store in a little while, so be prepared. I know a lot of people are asking about that stuff. You'll get your your Good Morning Pop Culture coffee mugs in the near future. Ethan's Butler or Butter. Oh. Do the figures come in a box with them squeezed into airplane seats? Yes, and the shoulders are perpetually locked in. The thing is, when I talk to you guys in the morning and I talk about certain motions, I do them and no one can see me. So I feel like I'm a douche right now. I'm just like, holding in my my shoulders for no reason. Will we get a Dion action figure? Of course. If the High Council stuff sells, then the World Class Bullshitters wave is next. Which title is the best looking title belt? The Big Eagle, the WWF Attitude Era Championship belt held by The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, sometimes Stone Cold, Mankind, Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho. That's the best looking belt in my opinion. The EVS accessories alone would be worth the price. Yeah, we sell the EVS accessories pack with a triple XL t-shirt and some panties and some flip-flops and a mini itty bitty Cyber Frog. Would Dion come with a turkey suit? Maybe there'll be a special turkey suit Dion as well as a horse that comes sold separately. Jeff figure with a coffee grip mug. The coffee mug grip. I like that one. Rose teacup blow-up doll. Oh my god. Ew. That's Ethan's wet dream. So give the man what he wants. Give the man what he wants. The Dion needs to come with a haunted doll accessory. And then you pull the string off back, goes, "Hello, Dion. Love me." There we go. That's the Dion figure right there. Hey, Jeff, you mentioned a new studio in yesterday's show. If you need sound guys, put me down. Oh, I'm just saying, like, when I can move, I'll put a studio. I'll build like a studio in the house type of thing so I can film myself for Good Morning Pop Culture. Because once I do, I'd like to go live. I have a decent little webcam, but I would get a nice DSLR to hook up to this computer, and we'd make it like a morning show, what is it, like, not Don Imus, because that's just a mistake, but like a Howard Stern, a one-man Howard Stern show. Will the figures say iconic lines from you guys? Maybe what it'll be is, instead of us, the figures talking to save money, we'll include like a little sound. Like, they'll come with Comtech chips in the feet, like the Titantron Live figures. You place your world-class bullshitters or high council figures on the stand, and it'll say, pie, or proper Jeremy says this. Or, you know, welcome to world-class bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks. Stuff like that. That's what we'll have on our action figures. And then if you guys buy all of them and you collect the proofs of purchases, you can get Channel Dad Brian Lape. And if you collect, and once you get Channel Dad Brian Lape, he comes with a special mail-in offer for Cecil. So if you got to collect them all to get everyone. And maybe one day there'll be a Nurkish figure. Who knows? Thank you, Benobi. I'm looking forward to the upgrade too. Stealing So is kicking ass. It's just got to continue to kick ass, and that upgrade will come sooner than we think. Jeremy's figure would scare me. Coming at you with another video. It's like a 12-second clip. I'm having too much fun with this. That's the beauty of this show. We're having fun with all of this stuff. Lape comes with a case of beer as well. No, Brian Lape's beer is never sold in cases. It's a home brew that's a bit too hoppy for his taste. But he comes with a power bar. And like, you can hear the chains rattling in the background from his dogs. We'll just release the muff. Okay, so everyone here has seen Rocky, right? Well, in about 05, 06, Jakks Pacific released a series of figures based on Rocky. And one of the figures was called The Meat. And it was literally a side of beef that Rocky could punch. Just the meat. It was a toy. It sounds as stupid as it is. The Nick Utam figure will feature a 1-minute laugh. Big rig, Nick Utam. He comes in a fucking... We'll basically take Stranger Things action figures and cannibalize them, and we'll put the hat from Dustin on Nick. The Cecil action figure comes with a bar. Glass clinking action. Clink, clink. Hello. That's the Cecil figure. I believe they have an Uncle Paulie action figure. Yeah, beat the meat. The muff's coming soon. Don't worry, guys. The muff action figure's coming soon. Let's see if I can find the meat action figure from Rocky. So if you type in, there it is. The meat. First off, let's see how much it goes for on Amazon. $65. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's go back. Let me pull this up for you guys, because this is a perfect way to end the show. So here is the meat. I remember seeing this at Toys R Us as a kid and thinking to myself, what? No. This isn't real. Well, fuck me. It's real. It's very real. Axel Foley can't get an action figure, but a side of beef can. That's the world we live in. I have a super chat from Tanae. Thank you very much. Philly has a statue of Rocky, and he didn't even exist. That is a very cool statue. If I can be serious for just a moment, no Lance Storm pun intended. That's kind of cool that a fictional character can be so popular in a city and they, keep it around. I like the idea of a Rocky statue. Or, if you had like when Stan Lee passes, they put up a Stan Lee statue in New York, or a Spider-Man statue, or just something like that. Yeah, it's a fictional character, or Stan Lee may be only known for one thing, but Stan Lee has brought a lot of eyes to the city of New York. And he's a good man. So when he dies, I'll be very sad. Let's see. Born and Jeff been trying to get in touch with you on Facebook and emails, no response. Blibbity blop, I will check the email. I've been responding to other people. I've been pretty good about getting back. Maybe I haven't checked the emails just yet, but with the power outage and other stuff in this comic, I apologize. That is a real toy, though. Cleveland will never have a Drew Carey statue. They should have a River on Fire statue. Detroit needs a RoboCop statue. You damn right. Detroit needs a lot of shit, but a RoboCop statue is at the top of their list. They got rid of Cobo Hall and the Joe Louis Arena. Put in RoboCop. A slice of Kobe beef the size of the meat action figure would be worth $65 uncooked. I've never had the opportunity to try Kobe beef, but one day it's on my list of things to eat. I was going to make a really weird muff joke, but I won't because we'll save that for Patreon tonight. Well, folks, this is concluding the end of Good Morning Pop Culture. This has been a fantastic episode. People are coming out in droves to talk about Captain Marvel. They wanted to talk about the Kathleen Kennedy situation with her and her Motion Picture Academy of Arts and Sciences award, her participation award. Ryan Johnson gets a Saturn Award. Kathleen Kennedy gets her, Thingleberry Award or whatever the hell it was called. And it, it's the Hollywood participation. John Lance, have a great weekend. I hope this isn't the last time John Lance listens to World Class Bullshitters. You know why? Because we're going to be back tonight with the podcast proper. So if you guys have emails or questions you want to ask, have read on the show, make sure you do. If you're a patron, send a message. You'll get that read on the show guaranteed, as well as your after hours topics for discussion. Also, if you're not going to be able to catch us for a little while, patrons, there's an extra podcast coming your way, probably on Sunday, maybe Saturday, but it's an extra 90-minute show we just didn't plan to record, but it just kind of came out that way, so have fun with that. But no, tonight, World Class Bullshitters, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on the channel. We're going to be talking about Captain Marvel again with the other guys, and we got a couple other things we're going to do tonight, so it's going to be a lot of fun. That's what World Class Bullshitters is. It's the best way to spend a Thursday night, and we're going to be checking out all kinds of stuff. Maybe we even have a game or two planned. But that's only tonight if you, come here. I'll be back tomorrow with Good Morning Pop Culture. Again, it's Friday, everyone's favorite day of the week, and then we got the weekend. And right now, I need ideas for a weekend stream. I mean, when I come back on the weekends, you guys are super excited to have me. You're like, Jeff, please stream on the weekends at night. Well, okay, I'll keep my weekend open for you guys. What do you want? What do you want tomorrow? On Friday, I'm thinking some Spider-Man stuff. People are going to be in the mood for the video game. You're going to need something to listen to while you play the game because web slinging gets, monotonous after a while. So I will do something Spider-Man themed. Hell, maybe I'll do a double feature live watch party of Spider-Man 1 and 2, the Sam Raimi flicks. Who knows? You guys can vote on that. We can do something Spider-Man themed tomorrow. Yes, this toy is for real. I don't show bullshit toys. I just show stupid toys. Thank you, Pete. I'm not going to buy the Spider-Man game for a while. I'll stream it eventually. But I know a lot of people are going to want to watch that. Here's the thing. If I dust off my PS4, I'm going to start playing other games, and then I'm going to get sidetracked on this comic and other stuff. So no, Stealing Solo has to come first. There are a ton of people who have backed it. We're at 500 and something backers. Let's try to get it to 10,000 backers. Let's go to the top, and I want to give you guys the best product. So video games have to be put on the back burner for this channel and for Stealing Solo. But don't worry. They'll eventually get a World Class Bullshitter streaming channel from me. You can subscribe on Twitch. We'll show all kinds of cool exclusive stuff. It'll be, the best of the best. But I'll tell you guys more about that later. But no, we can stream on tomorrow night, maybe even on Saturday night. Who the hell knows? If you're a patron and you had a request and you have an open slot, let me know and we'll see exactly what's going on this weekend. But guys, I'll be back in just a few short hours with World Class Bullshitters, and thank you for watching.